Shout the fam too. E3, T.I.R, Josiah, Precept, Scribe, Dog, Resurrected Truth, Yana Cope, Negroes Only, Yasha Deck, what up, Pop? Niggas see left field with all them doctrines and heresies. What scripture was that?
What scripture was that? Walk upon this vast turf. These niggas try to tell me the rotation of the earth. What scripture was that? They tell you Joe be the daddy. In other words, they saying that it ain't no virgin birth. What scripture was that? I see you haven't learned, my nigga. Book, chapter, and verse, my nigga, for real. False doctrine for the birds. But we the lost sheep, we have a more sure word. What scripture was that? Walk upon this vast turf. These niggas try to tell me the rotation of the earth. What scripture was that? They tell you Joe be the daddy. In other words, they saying that it ain't no virgin birth. What scripture was that? I see you haven't learned, my nigga. Book, chapter, and verse, my nigga, for real. False doctrine for the birds. But we the lost sheep, we have a more sure word. What scripture was that?
2 Peter 1:19. You can check for reference. These niggas using information like a deadly weapon. 20 different denominations only stress the message to get your name blotted out. That's a heavy lesson. Divide against ourselves, deciding who the smartest. The devil goofed you up, he provided you with a target, friendly fire. Cause when brothers collide, it be a tragedy. Expose each other personal business to embarrass. He ain't try to correct his brother in private. Drag him hands and feet in public so the people can laugh at him. Book and chapter, please. With a brotherhood, and what scripture is that? Where is the order in the spirit of humility at? They go around their elbow just to get to their ass. And cross-checking how they rep it had me feeling so mad. The Gates language, they parrot and just mimic it back. Just say the truth and then just tell me where you getting it
What
at.
scripture was that? Walk upon this vast turf. These niggas try to tell me the rotation of the earth. What scripture was that? They tell you Joe be the daddy. In other words, they saying that it ain't no virgin birth. What scripture was that? I see you haven't learned, my nigga. Book, chapter, and verse, my nigga, for real. False doctrine for the birds. But we the lost sheep, we have a more sure word. What scripture was that? Walk upon this vast turf. These niggas try to tell me the rotation of the earth. What scripture was that? They tell you Joe be the daddy. In other words, they saying that it ain't no virgin birth. What scripture was that? I see you haven't learned, my nigga. Book, chapter, and verse, my nigga, for real. False doctrine for the birds. But we the lost sheep, we have a more sure word. What scripture
I'm
was
feeling
that?
the grief like a Mashiach kneeled at a tree in Gethsemane. We're all the real who watch diligently and militantly, filibuster deliberately, delivering scripts so twisted they just rip it in pieces, omitting entire scriptures. Oh, how Christian of thee, kill your beliefs, cause you treat it like a fictional piece. Sad rules getting true like cashews out they shoes cause they weak. Even the milk still spilling over their teeth. How do we fix it? Do we answer a fool? And it's folly or let them drool into a stupor for views. See how far we go. Fake revelations off the shrooms like they Mario. In a cart they go before the horse or the donkey, so it's Mayday. Cause that's God wrath, you cannot placate. Teaching lies but trying to say it the safe way. Let your yay be a yay, cause he who added getting taken away or takes away, that's how your name get erased.
What scripture was that? Walk upon this vast turf. These niggas try to tell me the rotation of the earth. What scripture was that? They tell you Joe be the daddy. In other words, they saying that it ain't no virgin birth. What scripture was that? I see you haven't learned, my nigga. Book, chapter, and verse, my nigga, for real. False doctrine for the birds. But we the lost sheep, we have a more sure word. What scripture was that? Walk upon this vast turf. These niggas try to tell me the rotation of the earth. What scripture was that? They tell you Joe be the daddy. In other words, they saying that it ain't no virgin birth. What scripture was that? I see you haven't learned, my nigga. Book, chapter, and verse, my nigga, for real. False doctrine for the birds. But we the lost sheep, we have a more sure word. What scripture was that?
All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, the one and only Elohim of Israel. Shalom and blessings to all my brothers and sisters, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of Elohim, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, our Mashiach came, who is overall Elohim blessed. Welcome to this fellowship. Hope all is good and well. Want to welcome the brothers to the panel. Got a good discussion tonight. What's going on, brothers? Brother Kadar, Brother T, Brother Josiah, what's happening?
Shalom. I like that picture. I like that picture.
Y'all
Your
got two
thumbnail.
forwards, y'all. We take anybody on 3-on-3. No, all praise the Most High. Glad to be on there. Like the topic.
Indeed.
Yep. All praise to the Most High. Glad to be here. Glad to see another day. Shalom to the blessings in the 12 tribes of Israel, the chat, and the family, man. Let's get it.
Yep. Brother
Yep.
T,
Where
you
you get that
real
hat
low.
at?
You real low, Brother T.
I'm playing with you.
You real low, bro. We can hear you, but you're real low. Still can't hear you.
Probably had to go in and come back out.
Yeah, check your sound again, Kadar. Make sure it's good. You muted out.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
I'm
He probably have to go back out and come back in.
yeah, that's what he just did. All right, so Christians versus the truth, right? A lot of people think Christianity is the truth, but you know, on this channel, on this side of things, we look at Christianity for what it really is. It's really a anti-truth, anti-Mashiach religion. It's an institution, and it's a strong institution. You know, Christianity has done what it's been designed to do. When you look at the curses of Deuteronomy on our people, it talks about us serving other gods and how these gods will be a snare. And when you look at Christianity, it fits both of those criteria. Another God, and when you look at the doctrines, the beliefs, and how our people have been ensnared into these things, it fits both of those criteria. So we're gonna look at some things tonight, mainly what do you do when a Christian tells you to prove that you are an Israelite as a so-called Negro? What y'all think about that?
Kadar, you muted.
I think it's the curses is the key. I Josiah did a better job than I did when we went on that little Mexican channel with the curses, but he wouldn't let them get it out. And that's the thing when you know, because the curses actually follow us to this day. So I think that's the main thing. I went into the blood work. Then he started the line talking about white people are called black. Oh my gosh, white people were called black, y'all. This dude is crazy. But I think that the curses, if somebody come there with the curses, I think that's the main thing. And then they try to use why do African Americans, is it in the Bible where they were seeds in Israel? And I think you go towards the Negro because we can find that in Acts 13 because it was called Niger Negro when you look it up in the Strong's. So I think the curses is the key. That's my thing.
Hmm.
I agree too. My fault, E. What'd you say?
No, I was just gonna ask y'all to pick it up. What y'all think? That's some good stuff, Kadar.
I was gonna say the curses too. If somebody asked me to prove that I'm an Israelite, I would start with the curses and just my testimony of my life and how we actually bear witness to actually what's written in Deuteronomy 28. Also, when you actually look at Deuteronomy 30 is a very important chapter, verse 1 through 6, because it actually tells us the end from the beginning. And I think I want to touch on that today because I think that's the backbone chapter of the whole Bible. If we read it from that perspective and everything, because actually, if you read that, that is the end from the beginning. And what you're reading is in between of what's going on right now. But Deuteronomy 30, 1 through 6 is the backbone chapter of the whole Bible.
You say Deuteronomy 30, 1 through 6?
Yes.
All right, Brother T, give your input. After that, I want to take a look at that real quick.
Okay, can you hear me good now?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, cool. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead on the third that, you know what I mean? I agree with that. The curses definitely identify us because if you look at the condition of the people who claim that they are us today in comparison to what the scripture said that condition of the people of this time will be in, it definitely doesn't match. And all the access to the things that they have, and we don't. I mean, it's a direct contradiction of the scriptures if they was reading it with the intent to understand instead of manipulate.
Hmm. So y'all pretty much agree that the curses are a good indicator or a good way of proving who we are. I agree too. Um, but when a Christian or a non-believer, because that's what Christians are to me, non-believers, when they ask you to prove that we're an Israelite, what exactly are they asking us to do? What do y'all think? Because you mentioned DNA and blood work, right? They don't want to go that route. You try to mention the curses as proof, even though the Bible tells you, the Bible is explicit. And I want to look at that too in Deuteronomy when they talk about the curses uh, being strong indicators of who we are. Uh,
You know what they're looking for?
what's that?
They're looking for agreed upon white people testifying and saying that we are the people. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for outside sources. They're looking for like encyclopedias, you know what I'm saying, dictionaries agreeing that we are the people. That's what they're looking for. Cause I don't see no other way.
Hmm. You mean like contemporary information, like encyclopedias?
Contemporary
Because
information. Yeah.
okay, it has to be that because you have encyclopedias and all that kind of stuff that talk about Negroes being the Jews. You got white people blatantly saying it. Like, what the hell else more you want,
What
right?
else you need?
So, what you think, Kadar? What when they ask that, what are they asking for when they ask you to prove it?
Well, when that guy was asking because we didn't agree with him that salvation was for everybody. Now, if we would have said salvation was for everybody, he wouldn't have been bothered with. I should have said that.
You say he gave the other dude a pass for that,
Yeah,
huh?
because he said salvation is for everybody. Now you mean to tell me this guy has got to be anybody that followed this little Mexican guy has got to be nuts because he used to be in the camp and he found out that the Mexicans are not Israelite. That's why he goes so hard. Within him debating the other guy they let on, he agreed the black people are the Israelites because he tried to use Blake Griffin.
Hmm.
And he tried to say our identity is with Jesus Christ. So when I listen to this guy talk, if we get him on this platform or a neutral platform, he wouldn't last a minute because once you ask him, do you believe that the Most High is going to save people that enslave Israel? He's done.
Hmm.
And he's saying the same thing Christians say, Gentiles. He never say who's these Gentiles going to be saved. All he say is Gentiles. And then he reading scriptures that's already happened, stuff
Hmm.
that's already happened. So he didn't want to have that debate. If you disagree with all that the Gentiles, the Romans and Greeks cannot be saved, basically he don't want to talk to you because he know you got something to prove that he's wrong. So that's why he come
Hmm.
up with Israelite. Stupid,
Hmm.
completely.
Brother T, what you think? When Christians and non-believers ask us to prove who we are, what are they asking for? Because it seems like everything we show is not good enough. We show them scripture, we show them history, we show them records, that tie to us being a people. What is it that they asking for?
Man, be honest with you, I'm not really sure, man, because I mean, you're giving it to them just straight from the hip. And these are people that actually live in denial. We can't forget that, and that they would rather be condemned than to be irrelevant. You know, that's just kind of how I see it, because asking us to prove who we are, and we're telling you, exactly who we are with receipts, and you're still in denial. I mean, it's like you're almost trying to force a lie to exist, and it just can't. Do all you want, but
Mm.
so living in denial, bro. That's all I can say about it, really. To be honest with you.
Maybe
Denial.
maybe it's because the Most High said in Ezekiel that He shall make the heathens know that the children of Israel went into captivity. Maybe it's because the Most High haven't allowed them to understand. Maybe it's
Mm.
all because of His doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a blindness.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That
As
makes
much
sense.
as
That
much as we
makes sense.
show them, as much as they can't see, because the Most High put us in this condition.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Shalom
Makes
to
sense.
everybody in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and greet before it get too many. I know we don't get a lot, but we got enough. We got brother Yohanan. Shalom. Who is this? This better not be my wife texting me. Yep. She says, okay, the what? You okay? Yep. In a messenger. Shalom, my brother Yohanan. Good to see you in the chat, bro. Got my love. Shibriya. Shalom. Good to see y'all. Miss Paula good. Miss Paula Ann good. Quadruple seven. She ain't playing no games with y'all. Shalom, sis. Golden Mass. Shalom. Good to see you in the chat once again. Zuriya. Bat Yisrael. Shalom, sis. I always tell people, man, this chat over here don't play. It's like if you come over here the wrong way, it's like jumping in a river full of piranhas. You did. Don't do it. Robert Yellick Sr., shalom. Good to see you in the chat. Brother Amir, shalom. Good to see you in the chat, bro. Good to see all y'all in the chat. Who else we got? Brother T. Brown, shalom, Brother T. Good to see you in the chat. We got Good Life 611, shalom. Good to see you in the chat. Hope I ain't missing nobody. I'm just scrolling. Look like that's about everybody. If I didn't call you out, just put me a thumbs up in the chat. We'll do it the right way. But what you just said, Josiah, that lead to my other question before we get into the video. Shalom, Remnant Survival. Good to see you in the chat. Is it important for us to prove that we the people? Like, is it significant to us to prove that we the people? And if not, why? And if so, why?
Um, I don't think it's really important, but I do think they know who we are. Because why would the dude ask, "Can you prove you the people?" Right?
Yeah.
He know our history. He know we will strip our language, our names. So that's what I'm saying. If the guy would let you talk, you can easily prove that in so many ways. Our heritage, um, our God, we're stripped of all of that. So out of all the people on the face of the earth, we the only people you can ask. How do you know that you're true Israelites? You can't ask the fake Jews that. You can't ask the Mexican man, the Chinese man, the Hamites, none of them, because I already know the answers is all the way back. We the only people that scattered through the four corners of the earth are still wearing our slaves' names. Like my last name, Scales. But like somebody like this guy, he wouldn't let us speak. He was on his channel. And he didn't want everybody to hear that. He asks you a question. When you begin to answer, he cuts you off. So I really don't think we really have to prove ourselves to them. There's nothing in the scriptures to say that. It says that they would know, and I think they already know.
Hmm. I like that point. I want to talk about that a little bit. Brother Johannes said, I don't think so. The scriptures say they won't believe it until Yeshua returns with fury. Then they will say they inherited lies. Okay, that's a good point too. Brother T, Brother Josiah, what y'all think? Y'all think it's important for us to prove ourselves? Or let me ask it like this. Do y'all think it's important that well, yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Do you think it's important that we prove that we the people to them?
I say no, because if you actually look at this, actually, we just finding out who we are. We started
Hmm.
coming back, so how would that make sense to them? You get what I'm saying? So that's a short answer for me.
Hmm.
Same here, bro. I don't even see what the benefit would be to try to prove anything to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I more look at it as it to reach out to our own people. Yeah, but to them, absolutely not. There's no benefit for neither party because it's strictly for us and it's not for them, and they're gonna get upset about it. And of course, all the extra backlash gonna come with it, skin doctrine, you name it, whatever, all that. So avoid all the trouble, man. Enjoy what's for us and let it be.
Yeah.
What would be the point? That's to be the question. What would be the benefit that you would get by letting them proving that on your own satisfactory? Because once you get done proving that, okay, go back to work, nigga.
Well,
Yeah, ain't nothing gonna change. Yeah.
yeah.
You get what I'm
I,
saying?
yeah. Well, I think, and that's sort of the question that's being asked on the back end from some of our own people. What, now that we know we the people, now what? Right? But I don't really think a lot of our own people understand that we're the people, because what does that mean to understand we're the people? Right? And what does it mean for other people to understand we're the people? That it has a lot to do with how they respond to us, right? That's just like it talks about in prophecy how the nations are going to respond once they realize we are the people. It's going to determine how they deal with us. It's going to determine them knowing what's owed to us, right? It talks about us eating the riches of the Gentiles and that kind of thing. So I believe to that degree, it's important. Uh, how they deal with it now, it's it's in the frame of non-belief, because like y'all say, the Most High is not allowing them to see it, and that's for a time. But once they do realize it, then it's gonna change how they deal with us, right? It say, "For I, Yahweh, love judgment, and I hate robbery for burnt offering. I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them." And it says, "And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which Yahweh had blessed." Right? So this is what's going to happen once they realize it. They're going to acknowledge it. Now, this don't mean they're going to be saved or anything like that, but the acknowledgement is there now. Right now, you don't see that. You see people trying to make us prove it. And when we prove it, they don't accept the proof. You know what I'm saying? How the nations see us is important because it determines how they deal with us. Just like when they changed the identity of the Most High, made them look like them. That automatically made the world look at that particular group of people as superior. And now they put that image everywhere. So it's like a automatic. Once you recognize and realize who the people are, then you have to respond in a certain type of way. That's when we're gonna start seeing the change and you know them bringing us what's owed to us. But I guess from there we can look at the video. Unless y'all got some more scriptures, anything, more thoughts.
I'm gonna bring that Deuteronomy 30 out when we get done
Yeah.
with this, because Deuteronomy 30 is very important.
Okay. Brother Kadar, you got anything?
I got something that. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, brother T. If y'all ain't got nothing else.
No, I was just gonna say I'm looking something up right now, and I want you all to see this. 'Cause I feel like this may be a marker in the time frame, but just go ahead. I'll keep looking for what I was looking for.
All right. Fair use. This is under fair use. This video is from Faithful to God's channel. He is tagged in the video. So, you know, I don't own this content or anything. This is under fair use.
I am joined again by Jamel and also the brother Willie, who's in here, but it'll be a dialogue between Jamel and myself. This is our follow-up from our last discussion the previous Saturday. Say what's up to the audience, Jamel.
Hey, what's going up, guys? How you doing? Happy Sabbath.
Yeah. And the last time that we spoke, we kind of went into the identity claim, the doctrine of identity, and we kind of ended off on talking about the law. So I think it'd be great for us to pick up on our conversation regarding the law. And so we've agreed to a time, you know, so this time both participants will get an equal amount of time to speak. When Jamel is speaking, I will stay silent. Everyone will stay silent. And when it's my turn, I'll speak and Jamel will stay silent. And we'll probably do that for, well, let's see how it goes.
Did y'all
Now,
look at
Kadar,
this?
did he do it? No, we didn't get treated like that, though.
No,
We didn't get treated like that, though.
this guy right here, he didn't ask him to prove nothing.
Nope.
He's a devil because he's scared.
We didn't. When did you come on there? Because I didn't even see the beginning of it. When I got that text from you, that's when I came on there. So how long they was on before you came on there, Kadar?
Not too long. I just got out.
Get straight into it.
I'm trying to locate. Y'all must came in much later in the video.
It was almost towards the end.
That guy
Right there.
he know he was going to get got.
It took Kadar a while to even start speaking. What, like 3 minutes?
Kadar, you went on first.
Yeah, I went on first. He didn't want to let me speak.
Hold on. All right, I see Kadar on there. All right,
We both tried to get on there. He kicked me off.
Yeah, definitely.
His voice and spirit irritates me. To my faithful to God.
Oh,
I never really
he
paid
really
much
does that, T. Brown.
Let's see what he's talking about.
I was like, man, I noticed. Hey, what's going on there, Kadar? I noticed that there was something off about that picture.
Shalom.
Hey, give us a second, bro. Yeah, just give us a second.
No,
bro.
but listen, faithful, because I'm not hip to technology, bro. Like I'm an old school cat.
No, but listen.
So I used to hear but like listen to this. I used to ask.
I was going to say about Avery. It was just about Avery to that point.
Mhm.
He would come into the rooms and listen from the audience, and he'll tell you. He said it in the first live stream we did on his channel with Vocab. He said that he learned from us. He did learn from us, bro. Like Avery learned a lot from us regarding Hebrew Israelism, and he learned a lot of.
Y'all listen to this Sambo. Watch when he starts speaking. He used to represent as an Israelite. He let these two heathens change his mind. Listen to what he said.
about Islam from Sam Shamoon and David Wood. So he's the complete apologist in terms of like all of our work, all of us, like whether we knew it or not, was going into building up this young man who's become a problem. He's one of the best young, if not the best young Christian apologist on the scene, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
but
you see the
Faithful,
numbers
but
he's
listen,
doing.
but I'll tell you this,
Yeah.
Faithful. At that time, Christians were running. Churches were closing down. I'm not even making this sound like super exaggerated. Pastors were closing down. One West was going through churches like nothing. Boom, boom, destroying them. Christians ran. Only a few stayed. You, Vocab. And I'm like, and me, I'm like a Christian since a kid. You know what I mean? I always loved Christ. And I'm watching like my doctrine per se being destroyed. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Yeah. But a few you guys were brave enough to stay and fight. And trust me, y'all changed the game. Y'all really did a wonderful job.
Was I difficult to deal with back then as an apologist, as a debater? Do you feel like in terms of the arguments I was hitting you with, was I a problem? Like at the time, like
you changed my bro. You made me look. I felt like excuse my language. I felt like I was mentally disabled. Like, you know what I mean? Everything I thought I knew, because at that time I was already a good 6 months in their doctrine.
Hey, my man sound like he at the doctor, but the doctor is talking to him, but he got his hands on both his shoulders. That's what my man sound like.
Sound like two Mexicans.
Yeah, go to mass. They call us Hebrew Israelism stupid. That's what they call us.
It sound like two Mexicans, and that got caught up in the truth some kind of way because of the 12 tribes chart, and now one is converting the other one back to the folly that they belong to in the first place.
And he's appreciating them. He's saying, thank you for bringing me back.
And this is why I said a while back, if you are part of a camp, treat it like an institution. Get what you need, and then go on, move forward. Because you embody the spirit of whatever you follow, right? The camps, it's a good stepping stone for if you just coming into the truth, coming into the awakening, and you want to learn your history, you want to learn who you are, you want to learn who the Most High is. But we all have to live, and contribute to this walk in our own way, right? Whatever position the Most High give us. Institutions hold you back from that. You can only learn so much being in the institution. You can't go beyond what they want you to learn, what they want to teach. So just know that, man. And this is who they're dealing with. This is what they're attacking, the institutions.
So I already knew the basics, like the Deuteronomy 28, only you have known, of all the family, like their basic, how can I say it? Yeah, precept package. I already had it. So I'm thinking I'm good. And I'm already smacking up little street pastors at subway trains. And so when I encountered you guys, because it was like a platform, wasn't it? Sister Cherry, or it was like
Cherry,
a platform.
myself. Yeah.
Right.
The whole, look, Kadar, he naming the whole crew, the whole first apologist crew that got destroyed, ain't he?
Yep, I debated all of them on Sister Cherry's channel.
Mm-hmm. What she tell you?
Sister Cherry had sitting at her computer and said she knew Hebrew. And when it's talking about Solomon, when the word when it's talking about his locks, it means to suck according to Hebrew, which means beautiful. She said she thought that means that he was white. He must be white man. So she looked it up in Hebrew, and it means exactly what I said, beautiful.
Yeah.
She got mad, and I was debating that little Mexican on there too. Make long story short, she got mad and clicked me off. But before that, she tried to tell me, I said, can you show me a people other than so-called black people that's got scattered to the four corners of the earth and sold? This is what a lot of people miss to say, sold into slavery into four corners of the earth. Show me that happen to anybody else. This chick gonna say Genesis 11 when God confused the language, and y'all confused the language and scattered them all over the earth. I said that don't say so. Well, that's my answer. That's what she used.
Yeah.
Stupid, man. She's stupid.
Just another stubborn sister who thinks she's above her own people because she got who she had with her, vocab and all them with her. I remember all of them.
Yeah, vocab, G-Con,
yeah, G-Con.
G,
yeah, come
all
on,
of
man.
them, So For Real, the guy you had, film, all of them filming acting. And they got destroyed. Man, they got destroyed by, I'm going to tell you who destroyed them. By itself, really. But Dante Force, by itself. That's why, that's what I'm saying. When you come on and you don't believe in the count doctrine, this is what you're going to do. Prove to you Israelite. Man, let's just get right to it. Because he don't want to debate us. If you say you believe the count doctrine, you are one West, oh, he might debate you because he came out of one West, that little Mexican did. And if you say you believe the Israelites can be saved, I mean Gentiles can be saved, oh, then you can talk to them. I'm thinking about coming back on there and lie. See, I believe yeah, Gentiles can be spared. So I won't be lying. Let's see what happens.
Look. I ain't talking about not Gentiles like how they talking about.
Yeah, I ain't talking about Gentiles. I'm
talking about Gentiles like how y'all mean
it. Love less Gentiles. I don't know.
Wow, look. You tell somebody, man, I hate such and such, or you hear that, and all of a sudden now that means love less. Right? If hate mean love less, then go tell somebody you hate one of your kids. She won't CPS be at your front door. We got to check on him, right? What kind of person say they hate their kids? CPS show up. CPS
love less.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I don't hate my kids. Oh, that hate mean love less. See, take them to the Strongs. And see, won't you be missing a child? All right. In any case, man, this
I don't know. You might go to jail for 13 years buying that. But yeah. Prison.
13 years. Damn. Hate is a strong word. So is love. Look. This faithful to God dude, whoever he is, and this other guy, they can come on here anytime. Right? I want to know what they mean by prove you're an Israelite. What do you want as proof? Right? We'll help you out. Because the seed of Israel will be known among the Gentiles. Y'all gonna have to not only accept it, y'all gonna have to bow down with it. Y'all gonna have to do a whole lot of stuff y'all don't even want to look at. That's why y'all don't want to accept it. See? And then the ones who reluctantly accept it want to include themselves in it. It's okay if we're Israelite as long as you can be one too. Or as long as you can be grafted in too. Because the proof is there. The evidence is clear. Right? And as more time goes on, it's going to become more and more apparent that we are the people. Can't do nothing with it.
And you was the first one that did me in, bro. I was so mad, bro. I hated you for months, bro. I was like, if I ever caught people in the street, and no, but it
That's
was a
funny,
good
man.
thing, bro, because it opened my mind up. So now what I had to do was fall back, bro. I reread the entire book and played it months after months, year, and really learning it. And the more I learned it, everything those camps say is a lie. Every single thing. But what they
Facts.
did was they mastered the art of memorizing precepts to put you on a goose chase. So the average Christian only has 1 or 2 verses. So by the
Right.
time they hit you with their third precept, the average Christian's gone. Now, the ones that really dig deep and research, they find out the truth. And that's what brothers like you and Vocab and, you know, other brothers did. So,
Right.
you know, I just wanted to thank you.
Vocab Malone has been on this channel, and he can act like he don't know what it is over here. He sniffed around over here before. He's welcome here too.
You heard
He's
this guy
welcome.
asking for damn hurt. You heard this. That's a black guy. He's from well, I don't know if he's black or not, but he's from Dominican Republic, I believe.
Nah,
So
he ain't black.
Huh?
He ain't black enough.
Nah. Yeah. So this guy is vouching for them. And watch what he said. When y'all heard what he say after this, it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like, what? This guy.
Hey, Taziria, that's why I mentioned the joke about the hands on the both hands on the shoulders.
Yeah. I was gonna take it. I was gonna take that another level, bro. But I said I ain't gonna do that.
You was.
Right.
I know.
I'm gonna lay low. I'm gonna chill. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know.
Look, you can erase up and put ass on the end if you want to. Go and keep it real for $100. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. I'm gonna call them what they are, because that's the type of stuff they do for real in real life.
That's why I said I'm go straight in, hands on the shoulder. They did that in Egypt.
The Hebrews will say and do anything to shit themselves. Yeah, I told you what they act like. See that, but see that's not going to work. Look, if we all just said, you know what, we ain't gonna say nothing else about this, we gonna just chill. That ain't gonna stop nothing. It's not, because the other thing that's happening at the same time is their judgments are rising, and their hatred towards us is rising. And I said years ago, many people saying that these Gentiles can be saved and all that. Let's keep letting these judgments happen. And let's look at their reactions every time stuff happens. Right? And let's see if your mind don't change. How the Most High gonna love and save somebody who hates you and you his chosen? That's the key indicator right there. The only thing that's gonna spare these nations is their willingness to serve us, and that ain't even up to us. We don't know what nations of people gonna be spared. When this is all said and done, we ain't gonna know who gonna be left, because it's not up to us. This is the Most High's judgment. I don't know how much more clear you can make that. You got people on these panels, right, whose ancestors afflicted our people, did wrong to our people, and they sitting on these platforms speaking boldly like they're part of something, and you don't even know who you are. You don't even know who you are, trying to tell us to prove who we are. Damn shame, man.
Imagine being able to build
fair use. That's what you call a heathen for real, right? All my evil neighbors that touched the inheritance that I caused my people Israel to inherit. Thieves, that's covetousness, that's stealing, right? Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not kill. All of these things they did to our people, and they sit in our face telling us we not who we are and that they are part of something.
But I kind of want to share one more thing, if I may.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, because I know we got you can share for sure. I just wanted to say hello to Kadar. I know you came up here. What's going on, Kadar, man? My apologies, man. We were just in the middle of a conversation, man. I see that you jumped in. Are you a Christian or Hebrew Israelite, or what's your background?
I am
Hebrew Israelite.
I'm an Israelite.
Do you
That's what I
subscribe
am.
to the camp doctrine?
No.
Okay, yeah,
I
I'll
debate
talk with you in a
camps.
second. Just give me a second, because that this is a old friend, man. I haven't talked to this brother in quite some time, man, and he came out of the Israelite doctrine. So I'm just talking with this brother. But just give us a second, and I'll definitely have a conversation with you. Just give us a moment, man. Just one moment. But yeah, nah, brother. But it's good to hear your voice, man. I haven't heard that voice in years, man. That raspy Dominican voice, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. And since then, I moved to DR. I bought a condo out there. I'm back in the States here now, though. But listen, when you put your life in Christ and do things like that you guys do, and us, because I ended up throwing up videos and little stuff, but when you fight for him, he blesses you in so many ways. It's almost like the time you put in to defend him, he'll look out for you on the back end. So nothing you do for the Lord is ever in vain, brother. I just wanted to put that out there. But just let me just share this real quick so the Israelite brother can bring his stuff on, because I would love to hear what he has to say. All right, so listen to this, right?
Right.
So in Jeremiah 31:31, and this is what you were saying, I'm going to tie it in. God says this. He says, boom, boom, boom. He goes, because this is their famous, the new covenant is only with the Israelites, because in Jeremiah 31:31 in Hebrews 8:8, it says supposedly the first with Israelites and the second with Israelites. But it doesn't say that. Watch what it says. It says this. It says in verse 27, behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. So there's going to be a mix there. And then now let's go to the famous verse where they say in verse 31, behold, the days come, says the Lord. Now watch this, because every word counts. Behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That's the physical Israelite seed. That's both kingdoms, all 12 tribes. That's why he says it like that, with Israel and the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant I made with their fathers. So this is a new covenant, right? And I'm just skip through it. He goes, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. Notice how he doesn't add in the house of Judah. He takes Judah out, because the house of Israel now is a spiritual house. That's the house where in Isaiah,
Y'all heard this?
7 or 8, where he goes out.
Oh, it's got to be the dumbest. Do y'all see what we talking about? You see how you got to add that in there? You see how you got to add that in there? Spiritual.
He said he took Judah out. The dummy is stupid. Well, in case Revelation 5:5, what do it say? It said, who can open the book? Who? The Lion of Judah. This dude's stupid. So the Messiah's out, y'all. Y'all heard what this dude say? The Messiah is gone. He's out. I was like, oh my God. I had so much. I was going to tear him up, but he ain't want
it. Yeah. You hear that, T?
Yeah, man. I was just like, I was hoping that's what he was going to do, because you could tell the setup. Because you see how quick he pointed out who he was talking to. But again, there they go again, lying that you'll say the Most High don't change, and you read the scripture say he don't change, but then you just over spiritualize it and say that he changed. You keep Judah out.
But see, y'all missed the first scripture that he mentioned. Jeremiah 31:27, right? Let me.
No, I didn't. The beast. I ain't missed that. He told me gonna sow with the beast. I ain't missed that. I just tried to get past because that was the dumbest too. That's dumb too.
Yeah, that's so dumb. I would eat, man. I would eat my life.
Hey, let me tell y'all. Let me tell you, he was listening to. He must have been listening to Reuben Israel, because you know the beat. Every time you see beats, it's talking about the nations.
But it say man and beast, right? So
Crazy.
look, but why? Just real quick, why is he saying that? Why is he saying, "Behold, the days come," said the Lord, "that I will sow," right? Indicating what? If he's sowing something there, what does that indicate? That indicates that it's nothing there.
Right.
If he's saying, "I'm gonna sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast," right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that talking about?
When you saying soul, that means the plant.
I mean, he bringing people back to the land.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I don't want to get into the mixing with the beast part. How do we make sense of that? We can spiritualize it and say beasts represent men, yeah, in some contexts. But then if you go up in the same chapter, right? Watch this.
Hey, Kadar, did you address this?
Hold on. If you go up in the same chapter.
Is you still there? Kadar, you ain't addressed this? Or they just went straight ahead?
No. Well, you'll see what happened when I come on. Oh, I was gonna address all of that, dude. He want to stay on proving we're Israelite. Stupid.
Okay, look at verse 23 and 24. And then read verse 27. You got it pulled up, Jeremiah 31. I'm gonna put it up real quick. Crazy, right? Jeremiah. Where's Jeremiah? Jeremiah 31. Oh wow, hold on. I'm reading from the Hebrew Israelite scriptures. If I didn't mention, I would say support people who doing this kind of work. Let me go to a different one. That one is not putting up properly. I'm gonna go to this one. This Hebrew Israelite scriptures, man, they got everything you need. If you got a wide range of study, I say go for it. You know, you got the King James and the Sefer. These are all white people who colonize our scriptures. So just for the love's sake, you know what I'm saying, support your people. Jeremiah 31 in verse 23, it say, "Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, as yet they shall use this speech in the land of Judah and in the cities thereof, when I shall bring again their captivity. Yahweh bless thee, O habitation of justice and mountain of holiness, and there shall dwell in Judah itself and in all the cities thereof together husbandmen, and they shall go with their flocks." Right, now read verse 27. It said, "Behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beasts." Now, is that a connection, or am I not seeing that right? Verse 23, 24, and verse 27. What do y'all see? I see the Most High bringing the captivity back, right? He's bringing the men back, and he's bringing the flocks back, because we can go read this again. And what is it? Is it Jeremiah or Isaiah 60, where it talk about them returning and let me find it.
Say what now?
Hold on.
65 and 25.
Isaiah 65 and 25. I knew it was one of them. Okay, appreciate that.
We're talking about the beast. And
Yeah.
that's why I laugh, because it actually talks about us being sold with the beast and how the beast is going to lie down, how it's going to just read it.
It say
625.
the wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, said Yahweh. So this is upon our return, right? That's when we return.
Yep.
It says, let me see. Where it talks about when man for fleeing Babylon, both man and beast.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about? Gather down because multitude of camels come with thee. Well, you know, Isaiah 60, it talks about the flocks, right? All the flocks being gathered to us when we return. I'm trying to find that one scripture though where it talk about, where it mentioned us. I think it's 59. See, I done forgot more than I know, man.
It's been in the truth too long.
I done learned so much, I done forgot stuff. I see what my elder was talking about now. I remember verses, but it's like Isaiah 66. I gotta tighten that up. But y'all get what I'm saying. The scriptures are clear that when we return, the flocks are returning with us. So when you read that Jeremiah 31 and 27, that's what that's talking about. That was completely out of context. Somebody else tag them, because we talking about them. We talking about them and they mama right now. I am.
Take the Gentiles into my house and make them joyful. For my house shall be a house of prayer for all people.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So he takes Judah out. A house where in Isaiah, I think it's 7 or 8, where he goes, I'll take the Gentiles into my house and make them joyful. For my house shall be a house of prayer for all people.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So he takes Judah out. He says,
Judah out? This guy's stupid.
He says, I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Now this is the new covenant. He says,
so if you want to speed up your sessions and get more,
this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. It's Israelites and Gentiles that come into the fold.
Ain't no scripture say that. That dude messed up. Kick Judah out. That means the Messiah is kicked out. Do we understand that? Oh my gosh. Faithful to God, little Mexican, I know you're listening. That's why you running scared and won't debate people. You want to ask stupid questions. You tell your Sambo guy that's following you that he's all messed up. He just kicked the Messiah out because you said that Most High Yah kicked Judah out. The Messiah comes from Judah. Wow.
Why wouldn't he? If you're gonna do wrong, right? Why would he kick Judah out when scriptures say Judah was faithful with the saints? Right? But I don't know, man.
These are the people our people fall out there. This guy. Y'all heard that? That's the most dumbest stuff I ever heard in my life. And faithful to God, oh, I never think about that. Dude, that's why you don't want to debate us. We will eat you alive. I got a question for it's gonna mess you up. But he didn't want me to do that. Oh, prove you an Israelite. Man, what the heck?
Right. And even Nowhere does the Bible allude to a spiritual Israelite. Nowhere, right? And you know what's funny, Kadar? Now he's reading the new covenant in Jeremiah 31, where it tells you he's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, right? And then it goes on to talk about not like I made with their fathers, but this will be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel in those days. He's sticking with that. He's saying that they kicked Judah out, right? But when they get to the New Testament, they want to call themselves spiritual Jews by using that scripture in Romans 9. He is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, but one inwardly. So which one is it? If Judah is kicked out, why do y'all call yourself Jews in the spirit? Why do y'all go to Romans 9 and 6, where it says that to try to use that to make yourself a part of something? So they kicked Judah out. Y'all got anything? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I wanted to say this because they want to kick Judah out, so that means they spiritual Israel. So why don't Christians say that they spiritual Israel instead of just running around saying they Christians?
Right. Ooh.
No scripture in the Bible talks about spiritual Israel.
Ooh.
But faithful to God, faithful to the devil, agree with this Flambeau dude.
Ooh.
And the thing about it is he just kicked out the Messiah. Revelations 5:5, the line of Judah. This dude is stupid. That's a stupid guy, man. And he talking about they opened up his eyes. Well, if he wanted them Mexican, I can see why his eyes opened up because he ain't an Israelite anyway.
I want to hear him answer that question too. If y'all spiritual Israel, why do y'all call yourself Christians and not spiritual Israel? The only time y'all call yourself spiritual Israel is when we say we the Israelites. Y'all don't even say that to the fake-ish people. It wasn't until we claimed who we were that they became spiritual.
Just like Christ said, there's other sheep that I have. So, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, because we got some more of our friends here. So, Josiah, we're going to talk with Kadar first. So I'm going to put you in the back. So we got a queue going. So it's going to be with Kadar first. Then I'll bring you back in. I don't want you to think that we're going to leave you out. Just know that it's a queue. But hey, man, brother, I appreciate you, man. Man, man, it's good to hear your voice, and I'm really glad to know that you're in good hands now, man. And glory be to God for your life, brother. I really appreciate you, man. You always show my channel some support, love and respect, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, peace, King. Listen, have a beautiful day, and have a wonderful, blessed year.
Absolutely, man. Hey, real quick. Are you in NY? You in NY right now or not?
No, well, actually, I'm in CT, but I was there a couple of days ago. I was in 47th Street, like Times Square.
Yeah,
but I'm in the Connecticut.
I might be making a trip out there for something apologetic related, man. So if I do, you know what I mean? Like if you get a chance, man, I don't know if you use social media, add me on Instagram, man. We'll keep in contact, man. We'll definitely keep in talk,
Definitely.
If we cross paths, man, Lord willing, man, I'd love to meet you in person, man.
Likewise.
I'll invite you out to eat. You know what I'm saying? We could build, chop it up, and all that.
Yeah, listen, man. All praises likewise, and you have a wonderful day, King. All right.
Yeah, same to you, my brother. God bless, man.
Yep.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
What's going on, Kadar? I appreciate you for being so kind and waiting. And so I appreciate that you said that you're not subscribing to the Camp Doctrine. Give me one more. If you don't subscribe to the Camp Doctrine, I appreciate that. Just give me a second. My apologies. I had to move something. So what is your perspective, if you don't mind me asking? Like what do you believe?
I don't subscribe to the Camp Doctrine because they said African Americans and Mexicans and all different type of people are Israelites. It don't make sense. However, I was listening to you talking, and y'all was saying that the covenant was for everybody. My thing, I want to ask y'all a question. Do you think?
Before you ask us a question, So before you ask us a question,
we're looking for a stranger to finish this beat. Let's go. I'm asking people.
so it's important that I ask you this. Do you believe salvation is only for Israel?
Yes, it's only for Israel. Most
Okay, so
definitely.
then now I have to put your feet to the fire. So I have a rule on this channel. If you identify as an Israelite, you have to prove that you're an Israelite first before we get to anything else. So what is your evidence of being an Israelite?
I'm
No,
an
that
Israelite.
is a rule. You can look at my videos that you you can look at my
Listen,
videos
man.
and see I'm not making it up.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm an Israelite. I did my blood work. My genetics come from. When you look at me, my closest genetics is from Sephardic Jew, not the white ones, the ones that had us in slavery over there in
I have a
Spain and
question. How do
Portugal.
you know that? How do you know that when you say not the white ones, when Sephardic Jew, number one, that doesn't even make any sense because being Sephardic doesn't consist on having a specific DNA type, because you could be Sephardic and be from a completely different background. So what do you mean, like not the white ones? Like, do you think like,
Well, when you look
because
at
that sounds like that's wait, hold on, let
yeah,
me just ask you a
what,
question.
yeah,
That hold on, bro. Hold on,
go ahead,
bro.
go ahead.
That sounds like something that Benaiah, Israel, or Dante Fortune would say. Tazarah, guys ignorant like that would say. I have a question for you. Do you have any of those quote unquote white Jews being called black in old sources, like Baruch Spinoza, for example? Was he ever called black?
What just happened? What just happened?
You want to answer the question? What happened?
Huh?
Hold on. I'm going to answer the question right here, but it stopped.
Hold on.
He might have mute me, that dude.
Do you have any of those quote unquote white Jews being called black in old sources, like Baruch Spinoza, for example? Was he ever called black?
Who's called black? Why can't we
I'm
just
going to
get
say
to
this again.
salvation? Do
Baruch
I have any white
Spinoza is a
Jews?
Sephardic, because Baruch Spinoza is a Sephardic Jew, an Iberian Jew, meaning
Listen. Yes.
So
Yeah.
no, I need you to listen. I need you to listen. So I'm going to be very clear in how I speak, and I want you to be very clear in how you answer. Baruch Spinoza is a Sephardic Jew. He was one of those quote unquote white Jews. Why was he being called black in old sources?
All right. So how do you know he was a Sephardic Jew? Did you have a question asking him like you
Because
asking
being
me?
a Sephardic Jew indicates that you are from the Iberian Peninsula, and you would know that if you understand the Sephardi, the word. I'm going to help here. I'm going to help put you in the back. So I'm going to finish the thought, and you're going to listen closely. The term,
Bruh. Kadar, did you even ask your question? I'm talking for real now.
All right, man. No, he didn't answer the question. You heard what I asked him?
I don't even, what question did you ask me?
I asked him, so how you know that man is a Sephardic Jew?
No, I'm talking about before that, because he led you into that.
Yeah. No, I didn't get to ask him nothing because he cut me off. He didn't want me to ask him nothing because he didn't want to debate. Prove to me you're an Israelite. Stupid. This is what he do. This is what, if you go in an Israelite, go on there and say y'all don't believe that Gentiles can be saved, he ain't gonna let you talk. All he gonna do is prove me you're an Israelite. Little punk. Because he know if you ask that question, they done. He's done.
You haven't seen none.
Salvation. But what you heard just happened?
Y'all haven't seen T Brown. Watch what I say, and Remnant Survival. Watch what question he asked me. It gets real stupid.
He say you talk about someone wanting to control the conversation.
Sephardic Jew is indicative of Jews that are from the Iberian Peninsula, and more specifically Spain, if you want to be more exact and on point. But the fact of the matter that it was also applied for Portuguese Jews because they were a part of the Iberian Peninsula. So I have a question for you. Why do you have Jews that don't look outwardly black being called black in old sources? Why was that the case?
The same way, you want to know why that's the case? Because
Yeah,
the
why is that
same
the
way
case?
that the heathen took and changed meanings of words and color. So that's
No, it
easy.
isn't.
That's
That's not why
easy.
it
Yes,
is.
it
Here,
is.
I'll
But
explain
look,
why.
check
Hold
this
on.
out, Red. No.
So
You dis.
here, I'm gonna give you the right answer on why they were called black. Black.
Y'all see this guy?
Bro, I don't even know if I want to keep watching this.
You see what he do?
Yeah,
It
bro,
gets
it's turning
worse.
me
It
up,
gets
dog.
worse.
Hold
He's a
on,
straight
man.
one.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
How you
It gets
gonna
worse.
ask you a question and then when you answer, he
Look, it
gonna
gets
cut you off?
worse. It gets
Man,
worse.
email this dude.
I don't even want to.
Look what
I
I
don't know
said.
if I want
That's
to
why
keep
I'm ready to
watching
put
this.
my hands on him.
Oof.
You want to put
What I
your
say,
hands
Kadar?
on it.
What I say, Kadar? I said, hey, bro, I'll be that type of person that, because you used to be a private investigator. I'll find out who that dude is
Yeah.
and show him. You know what I'm saying?
You notice he didn't want me to finish
The way he did us, yeah.
because I
Yep.
hit him right there. You see how he cut me off? Because I hit him. Because
Yep.
I was
It's
going
pissing
back
me
to
off right now.
Maccabees on him. I was going to Maccabees on him, but he ain't let me. All right. I was going to
Hey,
Maccabees.
hold on, real quick. What is this guy? Is he black, so called?
No, he's a little short Mexican that you take your
Oh,
finger.
okay.
You can take your
All right,
finger
let it
and
ride.
fuck him one time. He gonna be hurt and call the police. That's him.
Bet. All right, that makes sense.
Wow. So there were no Mexicans in the ancient days. Oh, I would agree with that. Hey, especially when you
That
look
statement
at
funny as hell.
it is, but when you look at their DNA, they're no one thing. They're a mixture of a lot of different things. So yeah, they're a hybrid people is what they are. Bunch of wannabes.
That
Was an
man,
othering to
that man look like Bruno Mars, but shorter. But go ahead, man.
Bruno Mars, the powder man. That's what Bruno Mars is.
technique that was used by racist Europeans against other people to try to substantiate the idea that true European purity was whiteness, and anything that was outside that quote unquote whiteness was therefore considered impure. So Jews, Pashtuns, Irish people, Scottish people, a whole bunch of people got called black.
You
as
heard
an
what he
othering
just said?
technique by
He said anything other than whiteness. What is Irish, y'all? This dude is stupid. Hey, white. But look at what he just said. Jews. What is they? They white. So why would they be called black? Come on, man.
What's wrong, E?
You heard this?
What's
This
wrong?
dude is talking you're right. Nonsense go to man.
Why you
I
saying
want
that,
to
E?
destroy this dude in the debate. Talking about what?
Man, I'm just listening, man, because if he has a source that's describing somebody white as being black, then he should have more than one.
He don't. He's going to bring up a lie, and he wouldn't let me talk. You'll see what I just got off.
And if it's
what sense did that question even make, though?
No, it don't make
what sense did it make, bro?
His point is to try to prove that Sephardic Jews are not black, because Kadar said he moved the line from the Sephardic side.
Yeah, but he got mad too. Like, what you get mad at?
Okay, hold on. But didn't he just say that the text described them as black? Did he not say that?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he said they were white.
If he was white, why would he describe them as black?
Exactly.
That mean he wasn't white.
That dude's stupid, man.
Or was the writer like,
Okay.
man? Was the you know how some of us be like, man, that white boy he act black.
Right.
Was it
Got a
like
nice nose.
that? I'm not gonna let that slide, man, because that don't make no sense.
It really don't.
I try to
I
say,
said
let's
from the
go
jump.
on with the debate on salvation. You notice he didn't want to do it. I mean,
Look, he can come over here. We got all the time for him to prove everything.
he ain't gonna come over here. He came over here. I think
Come on,
that was him or vocab when he talked to y'all.
bring your ass. Come on,
Yeah, he's a
bring it.
boy.
Well, I mean, he took off running soon as you answered the question that was gonna set the tone for the whole conversation. When you was like, "Do you think salvation is only for Israel?" and you said, "Yeah," he took off running right then and there.
Well, you got to prove you're an Israelite. Like, yeah, I prove it through proving salvation. We can talk about salvation and prove that. Kadar, I don't know how you did it, man. Hold on.
Yeah, I wanted to get to the salvation part because I already had him. You know, and you know that little punk know who I am anyway. So,
And him and his homeboy, they sound funny. You hear how dude got all when he said, "Ooh," well, he told him he was gonna take him out to eat.
and gave me.
Ooh.
I told you.
Man, I'm like, just man. Let me tell you something. Only reason I want to smack him, I'll probably get a hate crime if I smack him. You ought to see this dude. It's like smacking a kid. That's how small he is. So I probably would. I probably get a hate crime for smacking a kid.
Smack him with these scriptures. I want him to come on.
He ain't gonna come on. He's scared because anybody that act like him, he's a punk.
Or look, invite us to your platform.
No, you invite him to his practice. You ain't gonna get nothing in. You see how he act. Then look how he talk to you. You keep playing. Watch how he talk. Watch how he talk. Watch this. Y'all ain't heard that. Look how he talk to you. Like he's big and bad. And I said, Bill, you a little Mexican. Y'all heard.
eRestore@gmail.com. He said, I watched that debate live. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't even like Faithful to God, but he got y'all in that one. That's why I don't go on his channel. He a snake. He did make y'all look bad though. Who is that? Kadar. Saying he made y'all look bad on
I
here.
have no idea who. He didn't make me look bad. He made himself look bad. You understand the scriptures? Whoever said that? Because he just said black. White people's calling black people black in Spain and Portugal. How is it making us look bad when he's just sitting there cutting himself? See, whoever this person is, probably him. That's probably faithful to God right there.
Hey, here's the link. I put the link. I want you to come on and
probably him right there lying. Come on,
give
live.
us. I don't even know how to say that name, so I'm not gonna try. But there's the link. I wanna get some more context to that.
Come on, Quahanga Bar, whatever you
Gabar. Quahanga Gabar.
Yeah, please come on and provide more context to that. I wanna see what he's talking about. Let's look at some more.
Look. And somebody look what he said. He called me a nigga. That's a white boy.
Israelite.
Why would you call me a nigga? Sucker, you ain't no Israelite. You like faithful to God. Go ahead.
You snapping at it.
Right. I mean, even if you're not, people go by false YouTubes and everything. So the possibility is there. You could have been him.
Why you getting mad for?
Yeah.
Well, you're a Mexican. If you're a Mexican, you're not an Israelite.
Let's see how he made y'all look bad. Let me see, because so far I haven't heard you really say much. He's telling us white people look black, right? White people were described as black.
by different European groups in order to categorize them in not being of this so-called pure race category, which is pure nonsense. It was really just white supremacy. So, Kadar, I'm going to bring you back in because I'm going to give you some evidence to back myself up, because I can tell that you haven't actually researched this topic. No, you're not going to listen. This is my channel. You get to listen, and when I'm done, then I'm going to ask you some more questions, and we'll see if you can hang. If not, then I'm going to deal with someone else, because I don't think you can hang. It already sounds that you don't know how to operate with decency and order, and I operate with decency.
You heard this guy. Y'all heard it.
I'm gonna say this, man. Screw these dudes, man, because it's the thing. If it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't have a platform or nothing to talk about. So you ought to be grateful that somebody come on your platform to oblige your conversation. Otherwise, y'all will just be a bunch of fools sitting around talking about whatever Christians talk about. If it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't have nothing to talk about, anything to do. Screw y'all.
Decent in order. Man, you
screw y'all. The only reason I'm inviting you on because we want to show you don't know what you're talking about.
He ain't nothing but a mutt, a mixed breed. Talking about decent.
I told y'all the Most High said kill him.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to that mutt.
They supposed to be dead.
Screw all of them, man.
Talking about decent in order, and he won't let nobody talk.
Kadar, you can't hang.
Well, hey, I had off top. You know what I was gonna ask him?
Hey, I was Joe.
Look,
man,
I wouldn't even threaten them like that or go. I wouldn't even let them push me to that degree because we on the internet. Number one.
Yeah.
My thing is screw these dudes, man, because if we stay off of their platforms, if we don't oblige them, they won't have nothing to talk about. Who's sitting over there listening to them talk about Christian stuff? They don't even talk about the gospel. They talk about everything they do is talking about refuting us. So if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have no momentum. Look at all the apologists. The first thing they try to do is have us on their platforms. That's what bring the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What Christian gospel, man? It's trash.
Let's say, what's dude name? Berean. That's how he built his channel, bringing people on to debate.
And what do? We go over there. We try to
went
prove
over there. You notice when Israelites start coming on, you see what happened to his channel. He still come on, but it ain't like it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same
we went over there, we pumped that channel up. But you know what? We destroyed them one time over there. Remember that? We were like 2 or 3 days in a row because they was talking about us. Destroyed them bad. I mean, bad.
They banned us from Berean channel. They got to talk about
just cut itself though. I heard recently just cut itself.
They banned us from that channel. Huh?
I thought he was slow the first time I heard him. I said, "Oh man, this is hard." I thought he was slow. We're gonna. Man. We got the little slow dude on here.
He is slow. He don't know.
He might as well be slow.
Look what Johanna said. Yeah, he barely get 50 people because
we barely
like carried that channel. When we stopped
I
going over,
we better get 50. You try to cut us too, God. I was thinking about that too. I was like, we better get 20.
No, but we barely get 20 because what they doing to our channel.
I don't give a damn.
They ain't doing it to Berean's channel.
I care about
you see what I'm saying?
The people in the background.
They're not doing it to Berean's channel. Hey, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we yeah. He say they barely get 50. We barely get 50. You know what I'm saying? But I told you, man, it's reasons behind that. But hey, I ain't gonna hate. You know, we get what we get. You know what I'm saying? They get what they get. But
now he wants to say hit the like button. Look at Johan. Okay.
Look, he been doing You've been doing
Well,
that.
look,
You've
we
been
ain't
doing
tripping.
look, narrow road. There you look, brother T
You're
Brown.
damn right. We
Narrow
know what it
road.
is. You better listen. You listen up, Cliff.
I'm telling you, man.
Cliff think you gotta have numbers.
I'm telling you.
I mean, what you say? It said two or more, not 1,000.
Look,
2 or more. I'm in the
yeah.
mob.
2 or more, right, brother T?
Two out
That's
of a city, one out of a family.
Look, we got 23 right now.
Man, that's all we need. We locked in.
23 solid watches. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look, let's get back.
In order on this channel. So I'm going to bring you back. And if I hear you talking while I'm talking, you're going to go right back.
Hey, I do not like
listening.
the way this dude talk, man.
And you won't have a choice but to listen.
I would love to debate you in person.
Here, you're going to sit there and listen. So, Kadar, I'm going to bring you back because I'm going to ask you some questions because we still have to prove that you're an Israelite. You said that you have Sephardic ancestry. And I'm going to have you share your DNA results so we can actually look at it. And then we're going to look at those people that you don't like as Jews and see if they have the same genetics. And then you're going to explain to me what's going on there. All right. So, number one, we're going to deal with this. We're going to have you come back right now. Kadar, are you able to share your DNA results with us while we are live in the stream right now? Are you able to do that?
Are you going to let me talk?
I'm asking you a question. Are you able to share your DNA results while we are in the stream? Because I'm also going to show you old sources that call Ashkenazi Jews black. And I'm going to have you deal with that. I'm going to read a whole article that shows you that the word black has semantic range. I'm going to read you something from a book.
Lord, you know what you
so you're not. So then what you're going to do is just, you wanted to come on here and thought that you were going to try to run the tape. See, the wicked flee when none pursue it. Now, Willie, correct me.
The wicked flee. You know what that's like?
Man wouldn't let me talk. You see this?
He said
How?
wicked
He
flee
kicking
when
him
none
off.
pursue it.
The nigga kicking him off.
I said
Why ain't let me talk?
Coward clicketh when he's scared.
Yeah.
What is you talking about?
Still up.
The wicked flee
Dude,
when none
hey, bro. Is he gay?
Look.
He sound gay.
He sound
like
he
a
was,
woman.
But one is saying, he don't even know what I was gonna say. You see that?
but that's what I'm saying. He sound like he was waiting for an opportunity to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people wait for a right time to say something they've been wanting to say. That was so out of context, man. You kicking this man off the platform, they gonna quote a scripture out of context.
Yeah.
The wicked flee when no man pursue him, but you kicking him off the platform.
You click the
He
button.
the wicked.
Man, I'm about to say something in a minute, but I guess I'm gonna let some more play.
I think I'm gonna say one more thing to decide. Y'all, but Desire really got him.
If I'm wrong, were we not going to prove his claim of being an Israelite? Was that not what we were trying to do? Establish his claim?
Yeah, and you gave him the platform to do so, but yet all he wanted to do was overtalk you.
Yeah.
Really?
And then when I said, well, let's
look, you heard this?
why they were called black.
What's his name? Willie? Oh, do he got a platform? I'll smack this Negro. Y'all heard what he just said? How can I overtalk the idiot and he can cut me off? Oh my gosh. I can't stand black folks that act like this. You heard what this Negro said? I overtalked him. When I have a chance to overtalk this joker. Oh my, this dude just lied. I want to do he out of channel. Willie, whatever his name is. Let me look. Because I'm gonna you all straight up coon. Like this, you set up that lie. How can I overtalk somebody when they don't give me a chance to talk?
Yeah, he the puppet.
Yeah.
He the puppet.
I cannot believe
Willie.
it.
You know how the comedians sit on stage and you got the hand up the puppet butt. I got my friend Willie with me. Willie Valerie Jr. What you say, Willie? Oh yeah, he cut you off. He tried to cut you off. The puppet man. Willie Valerie Jr.
He's a puppet. Maybe we can get him. I think I found his page. Yeah.
Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie.
There we go. Willie. Maybe I can reach him through Willie. I'll tell you what, we're gonna get this joker.
Hey, Remnant. Look, when you a dude like this, you ain't call him by his first name. You just be like, man, there go old Willie. You gotta put that old on the front of it, old Willie. Old Willie come back again. Say Willie a mascot. Old Willie. You gotta put that O with the apostrophe in front of it. That OL, old Willie.
And I thought, well, he brought up a genetic argument. So let's deal with his genetics, actually. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Didn't want to show his genetics.
No.
He said, I got the DNA that connects me with those people, not the white
Hey,
people.
fast forward,
what are you talking about?
Because Kadar ain't going back
the
on
same
there.
group of Jews that he considers black. Like
Yeah, that's it. He kicked you off, remember?
That was it?
That's it. Kadar ain't get back on there. Fast forward to me. He gonna do the same thing with me. It's gonna be real quick for me too. Watch.
Damn.
He ain't come back on now. That's it.
I ain't gonna even call him faithful to God. I'm just call you FOG. Fog. It's like that. Let me look at some of these sources right quick he got. Hold on.
Okay.
He living in
Is it going
Oxford was surprised to be referred to as quote unquote server black. All of what history did that's Americans applied to the has been African. Brother Willie, this is the page. All right, so let me know if you can see that. Do you see this, Brother Willie?
Okay, now I see it.
So the book is Africans and Native Americans, the Language of Race and the Evolution of Red Black Peoples by Jack Forbes, pages 10 and 11. Now look what it says. As the reader will see, there is hardly a racial term which has a clear and consistent meaning over time and space. For example, the term Indian or Indio has been applied to many peoples, including the Indians of South Asia, as well as all groups found in West Indies, the Americas, and the East Indies, Filipinos, Chinese, Japanese, etc. The term Negro has been applied to African Americans, Indians of India, Native Americans, Japanese, and slaves of whatever ancestry. Did that say slaves of whatever ancestry? Slaves of whatever ancestry. Black has been used for all of the above and for non-whites in general. Black is applied not only to Africans or West Indians.
Why do we see white Jews is called black? Or what did he say? You see that? Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him read some more, but I gotta read slow. Hold on. Let me get this whole section right here. It says the term Negro has been applied to Black Africans, comma, the Indians of India, comma, Native Americans, comma, Japanese, comma, and slaves of whatever ancestry. Black has been used for all of the above and for non-whites in general. So what are these groups above describing? Who are these groups above? Are they white?
Spain and Portugal, the white Jews, that don't match none of that. You see how, that's what I'm saying? This guy's a liar.
Why does it say blacks has been used for all of the above and for non-whites in general? So which one of these groups above are considered white? Y'all see that?
Yeah, I don't know. Right here, he said none of them considered white. They consider dark-skinned people, basically. Because, you know, Japanese is brown skin, right?
Yeah. So. And, you know, ancient Ancient Japanese go back to Ham.
Mm-hmm.
China, Philippines, that all goes back to Ham.
Indians do too. So what are they, so what is he? This don't even help him to
No, I
do it.
don't.
No.
It says the term Negro has been applied to Black Africans, the Indians of India, Native Americans, Japanese, and slaves, right? So none of those.
Custom.
What?
You know what custom E?
What?
The word Negro has been applied. So who applied that to them?
That's
and what was the original? And what was the original truth about that? Because it says apply, meaning somebody took the truth and made it to something that it applied it to something that it wasn't at first. So this cuts him, actually.
It sounds like somebody created a classification.
Mm-hmm. And the white man did do that. Yeah. This guy's messed
up. What did the original term Negro came from though? If there's an original term this came from, and it only applied to one group of people.
To us.
Then it got applied. Then it got applied later to non-whites. That's what this letter is saying.
Okay, let's read this next section. Because that first section, it says Black, quote unquote, is applied not only to Africans or West Indians of whatever shade or mixture, but also to people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and even Latin America. Yeah, because there's niggas over there. Ain't it?
Scattered everywhere.
Yep.
For example, a very light-skinned Chilean lady, refugee living in Oxford, was surprised to be referred to as a Black. Her dark hair, Spanish accent, and immigrant status had caused her to become Black, or at least some English, or Black, become Black at least to some English contacts. Now, y'all remember that video I showed y'all, and I still have that video, where this guy was going through Israel and he was asking the people, can they prove that they're the people that they're connected with the people of antiquity, right? And the main answer they kept getting was, you know, we can trace it through our father back from generation to generation. The typical answer, right? There was a scene where he went to this lady and he talked about the Jews and being in that area and her being an Israelite, and she started talking about skin tone, and she said, I'm gonna find that video too. She said that she bought both of her grandsons, and she said, if you look at him, he's considered dark. He's considered dark as compared to him, and this dude was like, his tone was like a reddish. You know how they got the reddish tone? They consider that dark. You get what I'm saying? They consider the reddish white tone, they consider that dark. And some will even call that Black. That's what they talking about. I'm gonna find that video. Y'all think I'm lying?
So this is
also
all
there
based
is
off
a
of
say it again, T.
No, I was just saying. Also, all of this is based off another person's opinion or how they perceive these people to be. You know, you're looking at a person and you're saying, "Oh, well, throw them in the black box. Throw them in the," you know what I'm saying? It's all about what they're saying.
Like how they do now. Like when you like how they say black people were in America first, right? And you see all of our people jumping on that, thinking that that's talking about us.
Right.
There were Black people here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Statues prove it. They even debating it. Where are those statues at? I keep forgetting. With the big heads.
The Olmecs, Mexico.
The Olmecs. Yeah, so they was up there asking, like, do you think that the Olmecs were white? And I'm like, are you for real, bro? You can look at all those features right there, and you can see clearly that those are Negro features. But they wanted to ask the question, oh, they could have been white. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I seen that recently.
I heard they took that term and started using it for whites. That tall, dark, and handsome. Heard they stole that and started using it for white people. Said the white man created the designation of black, white, brown, yellow, and red to muddy the waters of who the nations truly are. Yeah. And they put everybody in, when it comes to black anyway, they put all of us in one category. But always go behind people when they put sources in front of you. Because we done proved it on this channel plenty of times. Somebody put a source in front of you and still lie to you right in your face. Just like this. How people interpret a source, right? And if you don't go behind them, you can end up like that other Mexican dude. Talking about you converted and all this crap. I want him to come on here with this kind of stuff. I keep telling y'all. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. It made me think about this. All right, it was a sister from Africa that came to America, and she was filling out for something, and she didn't see African on the form that she was filling out for. So she just went down. She said she went down to the bottom and just wrote the word African. And so she turned it in. Woman called her back up, and she said, "Ma'am, you didn't completely fill out this form. You left out your ethnicity." She said, "No." She said, "I wrote it because it wasn't an option." And she was like, "No, you got to check off on one of these." And so she went and got her supervisor and said that the supervisor told her, "You all are Negroes. You ain't no African here. You a Negro. So please check black." You know, said that she said she was shocked when she came to America. So, yeah, this their thing.
Yeah.
They did too.
Yep. And we showed y'all the video about the Egyptian dude who came to America and they tried to force him to classify as white. Black dude. He was a teacher. And that's part of the game they play too. That's a whole nother discussion, but it ties into their political power, what they can access into the white power structure and that kind of thing. It all plays into that.
Of whatever ancestry. Did that say slaves of whatever ancestry? Slaves of whatever ancestry. Black has been used for all of the above and for non-whites in general. Black is applied not only to Africans or West Indians of whatever shade or mixture, but also to people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and even to Latin Americans. For example, a very light-skinned Chilean lady, refugee living in Oxford, was surprised to be referred to as quote-unquote black.
Notice it says a very light-skinned. Right.
This guy cut himself, man. You would think he would show why it said he told me he can show what white people consider black, right? Did he show that so far?
Nope.
And if this was true, why was the lady surprised to be called it? He ain't even thinking. He just reading. What's the source, bro? What's the source of it?
He read the title of it in the beginning. I'll replay it, but
okay.
It says
it ain't no point.
It says a very light skin. Y'all remember when we was having that discussion about Mexicans being Israelites and that kind of thing? And who was that said that one of they relatives, a brother, somebody came out real light. Y'all remember that?
So one of the relatives came out real light.
Yeah, because they were trying to justify Mexican. Who it was one of the brothers.
I know Y'all said he came out light when he told love. I don't know.
He He said his I think
His brother. But he said he did too, but he turned dark. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing we tried to qualify, right? When you say came out real light, because I got 8 children, we got 7 children, right?
Yeah.
My youngest daughter, my latest daughter, she came out real light. But now
you had it right the first time.
Yep. Well, I ain't the other one ain't here yet. But you right. You right.
Yeah.
You got 8.
I don't know why I want to put you up there.
I don't know if this one's gonna be light or dark. So, but
Black people have that all the time. Like,
yeah,
my 3 oldest siblings, they light, but the rest is dark.
my sister is real light. She came out real light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And look at Big Daddy King. You know how dark he is, right?
Yeah.
His brother's real light. They got the same mother and father. See?
The scriptures talk about us coming out.
Yeah. Do what, Josiah?
No, the scriptures talk about us coming out light.
Yeah.
Light
We
skin
know.
like that.
Yeah, but we know a Negro. We knew. Negro from Mexican. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We know
you'll never confuse. See, this is the thing. In terms of description, right?
Yeah.
You'll never confuse a nigga with a white person, ever. You'll never get them descriptions mixed up. The only way them descriptions get mixed up is in history, where information can be hidden. And that's why we brought out the source dealing with Cornelius. And it shows you that there were Jews in the Roman army, but you'll never know that there were Jews. They were physical bloodline Jews because of the types of names that they had, or unless they had a significant position. Outside of that, you have to look at bone structure and dig up stuff and all that kind of stuff. But you'll never get them two things mixed up. If a Negro did it, you're going to know a Negro did it. You ain't going to describe a white man, or you ain't going to describe a white man as a black man.
No.
Right off the top, you're going to say he was a white man, or he was mixed, or he was Hispanic, or whatever. Yeah. You're going to identify them with what they are.
Most definitely.
So you're not going to say color don't matter.
No, you're not. You're not going to say nothing stupid like that.
They say that because the word. They know that the Israelites, we're other people.
Just side, man. That's funny.
Right. And do you know how confusing that would be to like a Asian person? You walk up and like, hey, black person, they're gonna be confused. Man, that's stupid. That's stupid.
Color don't matter.
What's up, my nigga?
Do that one time. The police come up and ask you about describe. Can you describe? Just describe what he had on. He had on a black shirt. Oh, can you if he was well, color don't matter. Just look for the clothes.
It ain't about the colors, but the clothes. You racist.
Oh, crazy. Hey, Jimmy, we 2 black men. We gotta treat each other like this.
Hey man, just look for the clothes, man. I described the clothes.
Now both of y'all getting arrested for saying, hey, 2 black dudes. Dude getting arrested for being racist, and you being arrested for doing the crime.
Tell him he had on some overalls like this and a hoodie. They gonna know you describing a white dude then.
Yep.
Niggas don't wear overalls and hoodies. Can't run fast in that.
I tell them they had a big feather on their head.
So I don't know, man.
Like
but
an Indian.
As soon as they say, "Oh, here in," I'm saying no feathers don't matter.
So I don't.
No,
he had
the red dot between his eyes.
Yeah, I don't know what color he was, but he had a big red dot in the middle of his forehead.
Yeah.
Just say that.
His wife had a veil over her face.
And he had on some flip-flops with wooden bottoms with a big dot in the middle of his forehead. I don't know what
I'm not
color he
racist
was.
or nothing like
Yeah.
that, but it was two black guys.
And he had on some pants, looked like he was Goku.
He got pants, look like he got Goku.
And he ran that way. Fair use, man. Kadar look like he getting tired.
Her dark hair, Spanish accent, and immigrant status had caused her to become quote unquote black, at least to some English contexts. I have before me an appeal to drop all charges against black youth, which refers to the arrest of some young Asians in Bradford during the summer of 1981. During the summer of 1981, an appeal to drop all charges against black youth, which refers to the arrest of some young Asians in Bradford during the summer of 1981. This.
What the hell significance? It says, I have before me an appeal to drop all charges against black youth, which refers to the arrest of some young Asians in Bradford during the summer. What is this talking about? What is that talking about?
It don't make sense. Some. Why not all if it's black? Oh, man, these are like run-on sentences, man.
What is he talking about? Okay, let's see. I see why y'all say y'all want to put hands on them. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even dirty my hands up. I wouldn't even dirty my hands up. All right. Now, y'all see this on the screen, right? I didn't know nothing about this, but he mentioned it. 1981, a significant event in Bradford involved the arrest of 12 members of the United Black Youth League. This occurred during a police raid where they were found in possession of petrol-filled milk bottles, which raised concerns about potential violence amid racial tensions in the area. This incident was part of a broader context of unrest and self-defense among the black community in Bradford during that time. Y'all see this?
What are Asians at?
Do y'all see this? Hold on. Y'all see this? It says the unrest in Bradford in 1981 was primarily caused by racial tensions and community fears in the black community, right? Racial tensions, longstanding issues between the local Asian community and okay, there it is. Issues between the local Asian community and white residents exacerbated by economic hardships and social inequality, police relations, distrust, and allegations of police harassment toward the Asian community contributed in escalating tensions. Political climate, the rise of far-right groups and their planned marches in Bradford heightened fears of violence and community attacks. Self-defense. The Bradford 12, a group of Asian youths, were arrested for manufacturing patrol bombs, claiming they were acting in self-defense against potential attack from these groups. I see. So this is what this was talking about. Let me go back. But up here it mentions, well, it did say this incident was part of a broader context of unrest and self-defense among the Black community in Bradford. So maybe it was an Asian and Black thing. What y'all think? Self-defense.
I agree because that would possibly make sense if this was tension between both and they both plan on doing the same thing. That's what I was seeing when they were saying that you. So who had to? Well, it really don't matter, but whoever had uh the means to do violence, when they got caught, instead of just trying them as whatever they were, they got tried as being black. I mean, that's what I took.
Well, the thing of it is that in particular, right? That's a particular incident that was part of, according to this, a broader context.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not seeing where the Asians, were referred to as Black if this was happening within a broader context of Blacks and Asians. This occurred during a police raid where they were found in possession. That's talking about the Asians. Said,
Okay.
which raised concern about the potential violence amid racial tensions in the area. This incident was part of a broader context of unrest and self-defense among the Black community in Bradford during that time. So I'm gonna pull this video back up. Here we go.
So basically, straight lied.
Well, it wasn't a direct lie. It was what this is. This article, I guess, is framed in a way to say that not only Blacks are being called Blacks, the term Black is being used in other demographics. And right here it says, I have before me an appeal to drop all charges against Black youth, which refers to the arrest of some Asians in Bradford during the summer of 1981. All right, but once again, this was part of a broader context of what was going on within the Black community. All right. Y'all got anything else? All this was at Kadar's point about Sephardics being Black, because he said not the white ones.
Hey, brother, you get the email I sent you, the video.
Where you send it to? Yeah, I got it.
Okay, all right. Check that out. You can change. That's kind of.
It's not letting me click the link. Hold on. You might have to resend it. But fair use.
Asians in Bradford during the summer of 1981. This modern British usage, which usage extends well back into earlier years, reflects very vividly the problem of assuming that English terms such as Black, Negro, mulatto, or colored can be interpreted easily when found in documents of earlier eras. Isn't that early easily when
the problem is assuming that English terms such as Black, Negro, mulatto, or colored can be interpreted easily. But where are any of these terms used to describe white people? Ain't that the whole point, Kadar? Or wasn't that the whole point? Kadar still there? Oh, can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good.
I'm trying to see where is this being used to describe white people?
Found in documents of earlier eras. Isn't that amazing, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Willie, but does that mean that the term black doesn't have a linear usage? It has dynamic range, right?
Exactly.
But you have Johnny come lately Hebrew Israelites who can't prove that they're Israelites, who will make an argument and assume it only has one possible usage. So I see we have Josiah here. What's going on, Josiah? So do you believe that salvation is only for Israel, Josiah?
Yes, indeed.
So then you're under obligation to demonstrate that you're an Israelite. What's your evidence of being an Israelite?
Deuteronomy 28.
And what in Deuteronomy 28?
All the curses in that. Well, and particularly, it says that thy sons and thy daughters will be given into another people.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask a question to you. Do
When
African
you
Americans?
hold on.
I hear you.
This.
I got you.
Let me finish this. So when you look at when it says thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, when you look at the transatlantic slave trade, that's exactly what happened. We was
But it also happened to the people of the Barbary slave trade. By that same logic, they would have to be Israelites because their sons and daughters were given to another people.
No,
but I have a question. But
not,
if we're following that flawed logic, but hold on, Josiah, I have a question for you because you said curses.
See how you cut me off?
I don't know, man. He brought up the Barbary pirates, right? He said by that same logic, the Barbary pirates are Israelites. And this is why I say the curses, when you look at what we went through, one thing we have to do is be able to identify these things properly. Nobody's saying that slavery is unique to our people, right? Nobody's saying slavery never happened to other people. Can anybody show another group or demographic of people who has went through slavery to the extent that we have? The Barbary pirates, those were neighboring tribes. Those was same people. That had nothing to do with us. Maybe that's why it's so much mixture between white lineages and white tribe, white groups or whatever. You always hear a white person, oh, I'm Jewish, I'm Irish and German, right? Well, how you become Irish and German? Some of them might say I'm part Swedish and Danish and I got some Irish and some French. You 4 different groups or categories of white people. How? You see what I'm saying? The Barbary pirates. I think you let that point slide, bro. I'm gonna play it.
Now, I don't actually think the people of the Barbary slave trade are actually Israelites. I'm just showing that your line of reasoning is flawed because we can apply that to other people groups. And by the same logic, they would have to be Israelites too if we're going to follow your flawed line of reasoning. No, I need you to listen. So, Josiah, I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask a question. So, Josiah, I'm going to bring you back so you can hear the question. Josiah, do African Americans fit all the curses? Most of the curses or some of the curses?
All of them.
Which one? All of them. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:52. And I want you to tell me when this curse happened to African Americans as a people group under the name African Americans, because you believe the curses are cyclical, right? You believe that the curses are perpetual and ongoing and they're going to keep happening over and over. They don't just happen one time, right?
African American is a byword. You see what he asked me?
Yeah.
You see what he asked me?
Yep.
How he asked me happened under the name of African American. Y'all see that?
Man, I'm really working on things right now. But I gotta call it what it is, man. I can't help it. That was a bitch ass question.
Straight up. Thank you.
Go on and log off. I said it for y'all, man. That was a bitch ass question. That's what it was. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll do it for y'all. I'll take one for the team. I should be able to use that word when the behavior is being perpetuated. I don't know how y'all feel about that. But when the behavior is being perpetuated, I should be able to use that word. That's the only way you're going to know what something really is. Otherwise, we will be with, oh, don't judge and all that. Don't tell me don't. We need to identify with what it is first. This is what it is. Let's identify that. That's what it was.
African Americans, because you believe the curses are cyclical, right? You believe that the curses are perpetual and ongoing, and they're going to keep happening over and over. They don't just happen one time, right?
African American is a byword.
I understand it's a byword to you, but I'm asking the question.
No.
Since it's a byword, I hear you, bro. I heard you. So did Deuteronomy say that? Hold on, I'm asking the question. Did Deuteronomy say that Israel would be called after a proverb and a byword, right? Correct? So if Israel has to be called by a proverb and a byword, by your logic, that means that we can use the term African American, because that, according to you, I'm not done, bro. You got to hear the full thought, not interrupting a man in the midst of his speech. Since Israel is identified as a proverb, you notice you're interrupting a man in the midst of his speech.
Nah, you interrupting a bitch. That's what you're interrupting, bro. That's what that is. That's not a man right there, bro. That's what that is. Yep. That's exactly what that is. That's what you are, faithful to your God, whoever your God is.
He gonna make me even more mad. Watch.
How you gonna be faithful to somebody you're not in covenant with? You a whore. That's what you are. You faithful to somebody you're not even in covenant with.
I thought you had a little bit of decorum. Yeah, I'm still in the midst of my speech. You're interrupting me.
But you
so I need you to mute your mic. Here, let me help you so you can hear. I want to ensure that you're slow to speak and quick to listen. So Josiah, African American is a proverb and a byword. You admitted that. So you need to show that the Israelites, even under their proverb and byword names, are going through the curses of Deuteronomy 28, since you believe that they're cyclical. Right here, let me unmute you so I can hear a yes or no. You believe the curses are cyclical, yes? That means that they always happen and not just one time, correct?
Yes, they're on.
Is that correct?
Forever.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
They're on the children of Israel. Yes.
They're on the children of Israel forever, according to your logic. Well, that means that African Americans have to go through all the curses. I'm not done. I'm not finished. I need you to listen. No, I'm still in the midst of my speech, so you're going to listen. African Americans have to fit all the curses under the proverb and byword name of African American if you're going to be consistent, which you're not.
Do y'all see what this man is doing? You have to fit it under the term African American. This dude was that's why I say I want to slap the shit out of him.
African American in itself is a curse.
It's the curse.
That's the curse.
He said, He want us to fulfill. Watch what he man. It's making me mad.
Being called an African American is a curse.
Back then, we weren't called African American. We was in our land. This guy is sick.
It's pissing me off.
He's a
But
straight up.
what is he saying has to happen under the name of African American? Let's see.
In the land. When we was in Israel.
That's what he about to read.
That's what he read. Isaiah, Deuteronomy chapter 52. When we was in Israel.
Besiege thee in thy gates.
70 AD.
Besiege thee in thy
What
gates.
they did.
Watch.
He was called Israelites, Jews, Judeans. This dude is sick. You see
what I'm saying? He's saying that he's about to read something. He's saying that is this curse, this particular curse he about to read, he's saying, is it happening under the name of African American?
He said if it didn't happen under the name African American, what happened in
it has to happen under
Deuteronomy 28 chapter verse 52. You can pull it up. This is when Israel was this is talking about 7 AD. And it's talking about the
Babylon too.
Babylonian and 7 AD. Because remember the curses ongoing. We broke the Sabbath laws and commandments. So this dummy is saying was Israelites called African Americans in Israel. It's just stupid that is. It's a stupid Mexican. I'll smack him if I see him.
Man, and I'm gonna say it too. I'm gonna tell him that too.
That's what he's saying. So in other words, nobody, not even the white Jews, can claim to that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't no white Jews can say we was called Ashkenazi Jews in Babylon or in 70 AD. They can't claim to that. Can't nobody claim to that. It's stupid. That's what he's saying. And you got people, black people, following this little Mexican. He live in New York, so I'm letting him know where I know where he live at.
Because I think that you're very inconsistent, and we're going to see that in a moment. But let's go to Deuteronomy, and I want you to tell me when Deuteronomy 28:52 happened to African Americans. I'm going to read it to you. And if you don't like this translation, I'll show you in the King James because it's not going to make much of a difference. Deuteronomy 28 ESV, we'll start there. We'll look at verse 52. And it reads as follows. They, meaning the enemy.
They always got to start with the retard Bible. Right. And they treat the King James like it's secondary. Right. And I call it that because there's a lot of mistranslations in it. There are mistranslations in the King James as well. All right. But they run to the ESV because the ESV is supposed to, in their view, it trumps the KJV. It's a more clear understanding than the KJV, which is nonsense.
Of Israel, they shall besiege you in all your towns until your high and fortified walls in which you trusted come down throughout.
Hold on. I'm going to rewind this. I want you to start from the beginning, all right? This is Deuteronomy 28:52, right? He's asking, when did these curses happen under the guise of us being called African American?
Yeah, stupid. Okay. We in the lane. Yeah.
Okay. No.
Keep in mind what he's asking. Yeah.
I got you.
Enemies of Israel, they shall besiege you in all your towns until your high and fortified walls in which you trusted come down throughout all your land. And they shall besiege you in all your towns throughout all your land, which the Lord your God has, past tense, given you. Which when you read Deuteronomy 27, we have got to the point.
I got you.
Himself. He said, has given you.
I'm going to cut his ass too. I got you.
1 through 3 is the land of Canaan, the land of milk and honey. So I have a question for you. When did African Americans under that so-called proverb and byword name experience this curse in the land of Israel under the name African Americans as a people group?
Yeah, I heard the dumbass question, right? Now,
that question's so lame, bro. Man.
Y'all hear the dumbass question.
What?
All right. So now this verse 52 is particularly dealing with Israel being in the land, right? Before they were removed out of the land. If you read Deuteronomy 28 in succession, you see that all these curses are happening. They first happen while they're in the land, right? He's telling them what's going to happen to them in the land, and as a result of what they're doing in the land, he's going to remove them from the land. But he wanted to know when these curses happen to so-called Negroes under the title of African Americans, right?
No, he's trying to listen. This is what he did, because you saw your head on that. He's trying to say, can you prove when that happened in the land of Israel, we was called African American? That's what he's saying.
Okay.
And this is how stupid that is.
But you know, that's stupid as hell. But you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah. You see the curses, right? Being besieged in your towns and everything being destroyed. Look at all the black towns in America, right? That our people had that was destroyed.
Oh, Josiah was good to go there, but he
when.
All right, I'm gonna let it play. My bad.
Did that happen historically?
That's a very, very, very dumb question.
No, that's a very smart question. I'm asking the question. Answer it.
The dumb question, because that happened to our ancestors. That's why we in the condition that
you haven't demonstrated that those are your ancestors. You're presupposing that Israelites are your ancestors.
We're not in the land no more.
Listen.
That's exactly.
Listen closely.
It says,
you are presupposing that the Israelites are your ancestors. You haven't demonstrated that. So you can't start with the conclusion and make the conclusion the premise. You have to establish the premise with actual evidence. So I'm asking you, when did African Americans, because remember, your criteria is you have to fit the curses, right? All the curses. Well, when did African Americans as a people group under the name African Americans, so this way you can't say my ancestors, ancestors. That's why I worded it here. I'm going to help you so you can listen closely. I'm going to help you listen to the question closely here so you can hear the question fully and you're not interrupting. When did African Americans as a people group under the name African Americans experience that specific curse with the name African Americans in the land of Israel? That way, you're not playing the game of my ancestors and assuming that you're an Israelite without proving it. So I need you to demonstrate to us when that happened to African Americans under the name African Americans as a people in the land of Israel. When did that occur?
Hey, if we're gonna do things decent in order,
I'm asking the question. I need you to answer.
Okay, if I'm going to prove that I'm an Israelite, let me prove it. Then you can ask your questions later.
Can you answer my question? Yes or no?
You haven't let me prove that I was an Israelite first.
Can you answer that question? Yes or no?
I'm an Israelite first.
I want you to answer. You are demonstrating it, and I need you to start with answering the question. Here, let me help you so you're not talking over me. I'm asking you the question so you can demonstrate.
I'll beat the wheels off of this Mexican. I would,
man, bro.
I ever see him. When I go to New York, I better not see that dude. Because I know where he at anyway. I know he's in New York. Because he told the dude, if you ever come to New York, hit me up. And that dude, he's stupid because he basically told where he live at. Then he getting on here talking about it trying to be bad. Why would you tell where you live at? Stupid.
Bro, look. How dumb that was the dumbest question I think he done asked so far. All of them been stupid, but that tops it all. How where in the scripture is African American talked about being taken out of the land of Israel? Now, how can we be classified as anything when we're in the land of Israel? You didn't even think about that before you even asked that dumbass question. That was stupid. Oh my goodness. Y'all, man, I'll give y'all flowers, bro. Y'all did that. Ain't no way.
You know what? If it was a dude that asked them questions and allow you to talk, okay. But he won't allow nobody to talk. Let's see what he do. Because he know that he can't defend about that salvation. If you say you don't believe The Gentile get salvation. Oh, he can't defend that. He don't even want to try. You see what they do. Oh, you got to prove you're an Israelite, friend. No, dude, I can't. I don't need to prove nothing to you.
But see, he asked him a question, right? Josiah, he asked him how he can prove, you're an Israelite. Josiah said with the curses in Deuteronomy 28.
Mm-hmm.
He took that and wanted to go to a specific verse. Deuteronomy 28:52. Right? Then he's telling Josiah to prove that the curse in Deuteronomy 28:52 happened to them under the title of African American while they were in the land.
Yeah.
But my whole point. That was my whole point.
But then at the same time, you didn't let the man prove that we the people, but you're still using that as a point against him.
Exactly.
Why you cutting him off?
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, cutting me off.
So he know we the people.
At the same time.
I hate it for him.
At the same time.
Lakers fires waiting on that dude. He know we the people. Because if he actually believed we're not the people, he would let us talk. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I would love to have a Jewish guy come on. I'll let him talk. Prove to us you the people. I would love to hear what he got to say. This is stupid. But that Mexican dude know that we are the people. That's why he won't let us talk.
Run that back. Turbo. What's going on? Why your phone sound like that? Like you sound like you under the sea with
I can't hear him at all.
Who over there with faith for God, eh?
The damn Mexican over there, yeah.
Got that Mexican service.
Choking on the port.
Run that back. Got that Amigo phone service.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, something with my left AirPod. It's messing up pretty bad.
What's going on, bro?
Mexico's
Man, chilling, working on the plantation. About to leave the plantation right now.
Oh yeah.
You hear what I say? Run that back.
What you say?
Mexico left for Texas. But you go ahead.
Nah.
They said they transferred you to the store in Mexico.
Hell no. Hell no, I ain't going there. You can pay me a reasonable amount of money and I still wouldn't go.
Say you ain't having it.
Hell no.
Man. Turbo, what you think about Mexicans saying they Israelites, man?
Man, I was just thinking about that today. Man, I want a Mexican to say that.
What you think about?
What I think about them calling us Israelites? Shit, I hit them up with what scripture is that? Bring out history that y'all were on the slave ships. You know.
Yep.
Should I tell them to show me what proof they have?
So would it be safe to say to y'all that you're not an Israelite if you haven't been in slavery?
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Because I
when
mean,
you read John 8, I'm glad you brought that out. John 8 verses 31 to 48, I believe. Basically explains exactly what he's saying. They say we are Abraham's seed. We never been enslaved with no man. Wow.
Wow, man.
And then
Somebody get that
you
dude
know,
on.
why specifically did he go to Deuteronomy 52? Why didn't, Why did he want to read 68? Read 68 and tell me who that applies to.
Right. Like who else? Who else does that apply
It's easy
to?
work.
You gonna say the Barbary Pirates?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what you're gonna say?
Oh,
What lineage and ethnicity are they?
Hold on, brothers. Somebody gonna give me 15 minutes.
All right. Fair use.
Traded. Because we're following your criteria. You said you have to fit the curses, all of the curses. Well, I'm showing you a curse that you don't fit as a people group. So if you can't show me that, then by your own criteria, you cannot be an Israelite by your standard. So now, when did African Americans under the proverb and byword name of African American experience that curse in the land of Israel as a people group? When did it happen?
We were never in the land called African Americans.
I didn't say you were in the land called African American. I asked you in the land of Israel. When did
This dude is dumb as hell, bro. He didn't understand what you just said, Josiah.
That's a dumb question he's asking, man.
I know, and you gotta think about it. I know he's dumb at this point. At this point, I know he's dumb, but he's acting like he's smart, and that's what made me want to slap him.
I didn't say.
Nice one, Josiah. You did that.
You were in the land called African American. I asked you in the people group. When did it happen?
We were never in the land called African Americans.
Josiah said basically, when we were in the land, we weren't identified as African Americans. Listen to what his response is.
I didn't say you were in the land called African American. I asked you in the land of Israel. When did African Americans under the proverb and byword name of African American? Here, let me help you so you can hear the question one more time, so you're not playing games and being deceptive. Because I noticed that when you guys get pressed, you don't like to actually directly answer questions. So let me help you answer the question directly. When did African Americans under the proverb and byword name of African American as a people group experience Deuteronomy 28:52, which is talking about the land of Israel in the
This shit is making me mad now listening to him. It's making me mad. Look how he talking.
I'll smack the wheel.
Now. I'm over here telling my wife I would do something to him.
Cause see what he's saying.
Look, I'll help you, bro.
We would call a byword and proverb when we was in the land of Israel, dummy.
I'll help you.
Call that, idiot.
He don't even realize he just answered his own question, though.
Yeah.
He just answered his own question.
We were in the proverb and byword in the land of Israel, dummy. I know it was scattered roundabout was called a proverb and byword. This dude's stupid.
Kadar, you getting in on this too. Brother T, you in on this too. Look, we're gonna stand in a circle. We're gonna stand in a circle and just do the stomp in a circle. Just go around in a circle, just stomp.
Oh man, y'all see that dude kill that guy.
Look, y'all do the circle. And I'm climbing up high as I can. And I'm gonna do the what was it called? The 5-star splash on it. Yeah, I'm coming down from the top rope with the elbow.
Kamala. He gonna do the Kamala smash. Kamala from Chicago. Kamala. Is it no bad boy Leroy Brown.
Dumbest dude I ever talked to.
Said 19 dumb girl. Yeah, for real, man. He's a bimbo.
Why would you ask? Israel, that was called African American.
Under the name of African American. This dude asked me when was we besieging our gates under the name of African American, Camilla. Got to be the dumbest.
Yeah.
We
wouldn't call African American then, dude. He's stupid.
Wasn't even in America when we was in the
thing about it. He don't let you even bring it out because he don't want to hear it. because he know he can't defend it.
Oh man.
The one thing I say about Vocal, he won't ask something stupid like that. I'll say that. This dude got a strategy. He made up his own channel, and now he asking stupid questions. And then he won't let you answer. If he will let you answer it, so the people can see, hey man, that's a stupid question. Israel wasn't called a byword then. So why would you ask that? It happened in Babylonian captivity in 7 AD. So why would you ask that? It kills it right there, but he don't want to let you answer. As soon as you start talking, cut you off. See what he did to you? Josiah? I told you. That dude's stupid. He's a guy you keep him around him and beat the wheels off him, let him become gay or something. I don't know.
Nah, forget this.
American. Here, let me help you so you can hear the question one more time so you're not playing games and being deceptive. Because I noticed that when you guys get pressed, you don't like to actually directly answer questions.
Yeah.
So let me help you answer the question directly. When did African Americans, under the proverb and byword name of African American, as a people group, experience Deuteronomy 28:52, which is talking about the land of Israel, in the land of Israel, under that proverb and byword name? When did that happen to them as a people group under that proverb and byword name? Now it's very clear what I am calling for you to answer.
Listen. That did not happen.
It didn't happen. So you don't fit that curse. Therefore, you're not an Israelite according to your own criteria, because you say you have to fit all the curses, which includes Deuteronomy 20:52. You cut yourself.
But you didn't let me explain. You just started talking. Let's go to verse 46. Let's go to verse 46.
Where it says they shall be a sign and a wonder upon you and your seed forever. Yeah.
Forever. Right. Okay. So let me
so
explain.
then why doesn't that curse fit you if it's forever?
Listen, why I can explain it?
Because you just admitted that it didn't happen to you. You cut yourself.
You know what?
Going to Deuteronomy 28:46 doesn't help you. You won't do nothing. You know what you'll do? You'll sit there and be quiet and listen to me while I talk to you and do nothing, because this ain't your channel. This is my channel. And now you don't got the power to come back in. You notice how you ain't got power to come back in?
You see that?
Because now you got to wait for me to bring you back in.
This guy live in New York like nobody can't find him.
There. Yep.
Now when he get found, he gonna be scared to death.
Crap. That was a while ago. Bruh.
This dude live in New York, right? The way he talk, he had like he live in Africa. Not Africa, because he been got on Norway or Paris, right? This little punk Mexican guy live in New York. I used to be a private investigator, right? So if we can look on this channel, find people that love him, get his real name, I can find him.
Look, man. See, this is the thing.
So what you gonna do when I find you, bro? I just want to let you know. Stop talking like that.
But see, this the thing. We don't have to find him, because like people like him, I want to see their reactions. Like this is the thing. This is what I want to see right here. This is what I want to see. I want to see Isaiah 49, and I'm gonna pull it up. Isaiah 49.
Well, the thing is, he won't debate us about salvation because he's scared. So he won't use his platform to try to say, see, black people ain't Israelites. That's what he's trying to do.
Well, that's what Josiah called him what he was, and that's what they do. That's the kind of stuff they do. It says, and the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So I'm gonna be honest. You know how the Most High hardened the hearts of Pharaoh and the Egyptians?
Yeah.
And it was for the purpose of destroying them, right? This is what you see, a hard-hearted person against the truth, because this is a setup for their destruction. That's what I want to see. I want to see the end result. I want to see this very dude right here. I want to see the look on his face when Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 happened. Because I know he read that. He quoting, he telling you don't interrupt the man in the midst of his speech and all this, right? You know what you should have asked him? Deuteronomy 28:52. When did that happen to the other people, to the Ish people?
Thinking about that too.
All he gonna do is run from it.
When did that happen
He
to
didn't want me to ask him no question. He asking me questions.
That nigga interrogated me, but he asked me to prove that I was an Israelite.
I would advise people, man. Like if you go to these channels, man, do it strictly for the content, you know. But other than that, man, let's stay off of these platforms.
Yeah.
Because we giving them life. They ain't doing nothing for us. We can sit over here and we can make videos all day about people like this. We can go all day in the scriptures and we can do what we need to do. They need us to have content. Don't nobody want to hear what this dude have to say. Faithful to God. But the platform is open. My email is out there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Whatever. I commend y'all brothers, man, for going on there. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, man. My bad.
I was done. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, did that? I sent that link again. Did it work?
Hold up. Yeah.
I found this to be quite interesting. I like when to see something like that.
Hold up.
Where is that? Where is that inscription?
Hold on. Fair use. Hold on. Where's my thing at? What's the title? I'm gonna get the title of this video. Hold on. It's called Israelis Suddenly Mass Deported from Many Countries. That's the title of this video. Fair use. Let's check this out.
Hello, it's your friend CJ Werleman. And in this episode, we show how global hatred of Israel has reached unprecedented heights, resulting in the mass deportation of Israeli tourists from an ever-increasing number of countries. But first, please remember to like and subscribe to our show, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss a single episode. Now let's get into it. In a recent article for Patreon members, I explain why anti-American and anti-Israel attitudes around the world have soared to record levels, with a new survey showing that a clear majority of people in 24 countries now hold a negative view towards both countries. As Israel falls to dead last place in the Global Nation Brands Index for the second year in a row, for the simple reason that everyone now hates the Zionist state and the Zionist ideology, including a clear majority of Americans who now favor Palestinians over the Jewish state for the first time in US history. But what really stands out in this data is that growing American hostility towards Israel now aligns with attitudes long held towards Israel in the Arab world, with both Americans and Arabs opposing US support for Israel, opposing US support for authoritarian regimes in the Middle East, and opposing US military attacks and sanctions against Arab countries. What the world especially hates is American and Israeli hypocrisy towards democracy and human rights, which they claim to champion while committing genocide in Gaza and Sudan and bombing 9 countries in a single year.
Yeah,
This war caused a historic shift in public opinion on how Americans view the Middle East conflict. What are we talking about here? Who voters sympathize more with, the Israelis or the Palestinians? Back in October of 2023, it was the Israelis by 48 points. Look at this shift. Now we're talking about the Palestinians by a point. I looked back at every single poll that I could possibly find since this question was first asked in the 1980s. This is the first time ever in which the Palestinians had any sort of lead on this particular question. It is very clear that this war caused a historic shift away from the Israeli position in the Middle East conflict and towards the Palestinians when it comes to who Americans and voters sympathize with.
Separating people from the actions of their government is a core principle in political science, human rights, and international law, because doing so ensures accountability while protecting individual liberty. A notion I support wholeheartedly, albeit with one notable exception: the State of Israel. Mostly because it's impossible to separate the criminal psychopathy of Benjamin Netanyahu from the collective psychopathy of the general Israeli population. Given 8 out of 10 Israelis support genocide and ethnic cleansing in the Palestinian territories, and with a similar majority supporting Israel's wars of aggression against the entire region, Zionism has reached a point where Israeli rabbis now openly endorse genocide.
כל אחד מאיתנו, אם אתה אזרח, אם אתה חייל, אם אתה שוטר, אם אתה שב"כ ואיש מוסד, לא משנה מה אתה. אם אתה רואה אותם, יש לך איזה תירוץ חוקי הכי קטן שבעולם, גמור עליהם 2 מחסניות, לא אחת.
The world is fed up with Israel, and it's fed up with Western governments doing nothing to rein in and halt its crimes against humanity. People demand action, and thankfully, a growing list of countries is heeding the call by proposing and enacting laws that either punish the Israeli government and/or Israeli citizens. Here, Romanians take to the streets in Bucharest, demanding their government end Zionist influence in national politics and ban or deport Israeli tourists. A call that's being echoed in South America, where Chilean officials demand a total ban on Israeli tourists, citing popular Israeli support for the genocide of Palestinians. There's just no denying that the call to ban Israelis has grown in size and intensity since we aired this episode 12 months ago, in which we revealed why several Asian countries have banned Israelis, including the Maldives and North Korea, with the latter going so far as to mandate the death penalty for anyone who promotes the Zionist ideology. But while Pyongyang might not be a popular destination for ordinary Israelis or anyone else for that matter, the same can't be said for Thailand, which attracts roughly 4% of the total Israeli population each and every year, bringing with them substantial economic benefits to the Thai economy.
Thank you. You are not welcome here.
That's enough.
I'm sorry, but your money, but my money, okay, build your country.
Oh, wow. Okay, keep that.
Her demeaning and insulting words went viral on social media before causing a backlash from Thai business owners who accused Israeli tourists of operating illegal businesses and stealing jobs from locals, while engaging in all kinds of illegal activities, prompting Thais to claim they're illegally occupied by Zionists.
Hey, do that make the Thai people Israelites? Do that make them Israelites?
Thai's black.
Right.
Thai people black now.
That make them Israelites because what the Israelis are doing to them, because they do the same thing in our communities. The very people that this is happening to, those very people do the same things in our communities. They get grants to be able to open up stores. They open up illegal operations in the black communities. Right? But then it's happening to them, you know, so they do the same thing to us, right? That make them Israelites. Hear what that lady said? She said, our money builds up your country. See? This look like Revelations 18 in a sense. How all the nations gonna turn their back on the whore. Right?
That rabbi was a thug though, wasn't he? He said, what he said, 2 clips?
Yeah. He say not just one. See, these are the type of people, right?
Yeah.
Banned on TikTok for their behavior.
Locals describe them as rude and difficult and are posting videos of their disruptions on social media.
Pi used to be this bohemian mountain town where people would come for tranquility and peace and the abundance of nature. Now the energy has completely shifted, and it has a lot to do with who's here. This town is completely overrun with Israelis. I'm talking 3-to-1 ratio with locals and other tourists included. And of course, they bring their sense of entitlement with them everywhere they go. Literally everybody is sick of them, the locals and other tourists.
We've seen Israelis arrested for possessing or trafficking drugs and deported for menacing the local population, working illegally and carrying out drunken and violent raids on Thai hospitals. This atrocious behaviour is being replicated wherever Israelis travel, a reality that even Jewish publications acknowledge to be true, saying, from Cyprus to Turkey, through Thailand, Peru, the United Kingdom, India, and many other destinations, the bad reputation of Israelis almost always catches up with them. So much so that they are ranked among the worst tourists in the world, a sentiment that the South Asian nation of Sri Lanka knows all too well, with locals claiming their livelihoods are being threatened by IDF soldiers who participated in the Gaza genocide.
Locals in Arugambe, Sri Lanka are used to a quiet life of fishing and surfing. But lately, parts of their town are being taken over. Fearing reprisals, they agreed to...
And y'all see these people, Sri Lanka, over in India and all them different places. You have dark-skinned, deep melanated, dark-skinned people over there as well. Not saying that they Israelites, but you have black, dark-skinned people there. They're in Mexico. They're in Asia. They're all over. So I'm saying that because in that video, the dude mentioned how the word black basically has range to it and doesn't apply to just Africans. And that's true. But you'll never see that word being used to identify a white person or what we would know as a Mexican, right? You have dark-skinned Mexicans, but then you have your white Mexicans, the ones who identify as white, basically. Some of them will say they black and all that, but nah, they not black, right? They might use the term black and dark within their own frame, you know what I'm saying, to describe themselves, in a descriptive manner. But in an overall manner, you know, when you identify with racial groups, you'll never see any other race of people being identified as black or Negro. Whenever you hear that, particularly today anyway, and even back then, it always identified with our people. Always.
Speak only on condition of anonymity.
Well, I've been coming to Arugambe for quite a long time. And Arugambe has been known to be this sleepy little fishing village that people come to surf. Today, it's like Tel Aviv.
Residents also say this beach town has become a rest and recovery stop for Israeli soldiers returning from Gaza.
Quite often you'll see military boots being worn when they travel.
Locals say their livelihoods are under threat from Israelis working on tourist visas and running businesses without permits.
And I like to emphasize they're not big spenders. They're big takers from us. They take our business away. There's lots of businesses running without any sort of paperwork.
There are unconfirmed reports that China has banned Israeli tourists in response to Israel attacking its ally, Iran. And there are also unconfirmed reports that Russia plans to deport Israeli citizens to punish the United States and Israel for ousting Putin's ally in Venezuela. Russia also sent a message to Israel when it recently deported 15 Israelis from Moscow, a message that was also heard loud and clear by the general Russian population.
A crowd of hundreds breached the defenses of Dagestan's main airport. Once inside, the men were free to move. The only apparent resistance, locked doors as they searched for Israeli passengers. Reportedly answering a call posted on the Telegram messaging app to avenge Gaza. There are no Israelis here, says a member of the airport staff. Now they were looking for the plane itself, recently landed from Tel Aviv. Passengers on one aircraft scrambling back on board as the rioters converged on the Russian-owned Red Wings jet, some clambering onto it.
Obviously, this program doesn't condone the kind of lynch mob behavior, but vigilante violence is what happens when governments do nothing to fix a moral injustice. But more to the point, what happened in Russia is also happening in any number of countries that have grown fed up with the genocidal acts of the Israeli government, which until now have gone totally unpunished, leaving states, corporations and individuals to take matters into their own hands by boycotting anything or anyone with ties to the Zionist state. In other words, people are voting with their wallets as hotels across the world are either evicting Israeli tourists or denying them accommodation to send an unmistakable message to the Israeli government that genocide, racism, and apartheid will not go unpunished. Last month, the African nation of Ghana deported Israeli tourists in response to the racist immigration policies of the Zionist regime.
And we end the show with a tit-for-tat diplomacy move from Ghana. The country has deported 3 Israeli nationals who landed in Accra on Wednesday. They say they've been compelled to retaliate over what Israel started. Ghanaian authorities have stated this move is a direct response to the alleged mistreatment of Ghanaian travelers in Tel Aviv.
Do y'all know that this happened before to the Ish people, where they were expelled from all those different countries in Europe? Y'all remember that? Y'all still there? All of the Ish people, it was back in the 1400s up through the 1700s. They were being expelled out of Europe and out of different Asian countries.
Mm-hmm.
Because the same things though, because they were corrupting the societies where they were, so they were being expelled. And do you know that they try to use that as a means to try to say that they're the people, because they were being mistreated and scattered, right? They say they were scattered. That was they scattering.
I think they slick.
That's how they try to say they got scattered, because they got expelled from European countries for the same reasons. You see all the stuff they doing, all the illegal stuff. Everywhere they go, they bring the all kind of degradation. They run the porn industry, the Ish people. You see what I'm saying? They control that.
Mm-hmm.
They bring that everywhere they go. They bring perversion. You see, they get locked up for smuggling drugs and running business illegally. All of that.
And trafficking.
All the same thing. The same thing they doing now.
Yep.
What's that? Jedi Malik, they did a video showing how they making tunnels underground and doing rituals and all kind of stuff. And now they finding all this stuff out. What you think finna happen to them? Same damn thing. Same thing. Everywhere they go, they on that nonsense. They bring, like I said, you embody the spirit of what you worship. Those people are the seed of Satan, or among the seed of Satan. So that's the kind of stuff that they do. But they the chosen people. Y'all arguing with us, right? But name one thing righteous that these people have done. They so evil, right, that we have to have a spiritual Israel. Those people are so evil that God had made a spiritual Israel, because y'all can't acknowledge we the people, and y'all can't point out and call them out for what they do. because you're too scared. So y'all create a spiritual Israel. Right? The scriptures say, the word of God say, I know the blasphemy of them that call themselves Jews and are not, but do lie. If you call yourself a spiritual Israelite, you have offended in that regard. You calling yourself a Jew, but you lying. You're a spiritual Israelite. You're a liar. There's a penalty for that.
So, brother, don't forget about the replacement theology either. They saying that Christians don't replace the church. I mean, wait a minute. The
Christians
Christians don't
replace the
replace the.
Israelite.
Yeah, yeah. That now they the bride of Christ, as the country folks said, Christ.
Everything they do is left field and out of order and against the Most High. But won't nobody say that these are not the Most High's chosen people. Won't nobody say that these are the serpent seed. And won't nobody say that the people who call themselves spiritual Israelites fall under that same banner. Israel is a spiritual name given to Jacob. You are a spiritual Israelite if you're following the commandments of the Most High and have faith in Mashiach. You are a spiritual Israelite. If you're not keeping the commandments, you haven't repented, your heart is not circumcised, then you are a carnal Israelite. No non-Israelite person ethnically can be a spiritual Israelite.
Earlier this month, 7 Ghanaians were detained at Israel's Ben Gurion airport. 4 of them were staff from the parliamentary service attending a cybersecurity conference. Accra says their citizens were held for 5 hours without a justifiable explanation.
Israel is so racist towards Africans that it refers to Ethiopian Jews as an African menace or demographic death sentence, one that threatens Israel's white European DNA. This racist ambition is why the Israeli government not only violates the country's constitutionally mandated law of return in denying citizenship to Ethiopian Jews, but also it illegally and forcibly sterilized African migrants who successfully migrated to Israel in decades past.
Sterilize. Y'all see that? It said Israel wants to be in Africa, but keep Africans out of Israel because of the genetic annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the genetic annihilation.
And look, that's why they didn't take Germany up on them offers. I meant to go look up exactly what countries in Africa Germany offered them before they offered them where they at today. But it was like 3 or 4 African countries that they offered them. I think I know for one, Uganda and Kenya was one of them, but they didn't want to go there. Why?
Why didn't they? I would wonder why.
Question. Yeah.
Because I don't know, was it Kenya or was it Ghana that's the leaders of those nations still got connections with the Europeans. So they got that from the American eugenics program. Yeah. So they want to be able to come in into Africa, but they don't want Africa being able to come in and out of there when they want to.
Right.
Why they want to see this is the thing. Why do they even want to go to Africa? If it's so bad. They got us so lost over here, man.
Israel's white European DNA. This racist ambition is why the Israeli government not only violates the country's constitutionally mandated law of return in denying citizenship to Ethiopian Jews, but also it illegally and forcibly sterilized African migrants who successfully migrated to Israel in decades past, as I reported in his 2018 article for The New Arab.
We say Jewish state, what we mean is the national state of the Jewish people. But if Jews want to come here, any Jew, they're welcome. We embrace them.
Israel touts itself as the only safe haven and protector of all Jews. That is, unless you're black. In 2012, Israeli journalist Gal Gabay set out to discover why the birth rate among Ethiopian immigrants had plummeted by nearly 50% over the previous decade. What she ended up uncovering was a troubling web of deceit, lies, and systematic racism against Ethiopian Jewish women. Gabay's investigation revealed that Ethiopian women immigrating to Israel were being injected with a long-acting contraceptive without their knowledge or consent. These injections, administered every 3 months while the women were still in transit camps in Ethiopia, continued after their arrival to Israel. Some women claimed they were threatened by Israeli doctors who told them they wouldn't be allowed to immigrate if they refused the injection, while others were simply told they were receiving a vaccine and given no details on the side effects.
On the other side of the South Atlantic Ocean, vacationing Israeli soldiers are accused of deliberately starting a series of fires that is sweeping across Patagonia in southern Argentina.
Lo que más te duele es el alma y el corazón cuando ves a la gente que se quedó sin nada, cuando ves los animales muertos. Nosotros hacemos colecta, yo no puedo ni hablar de la angustia que tenemos, nosotros vivimos acá. Este lugar para nosotros es el paraíso y nos quemaron el paraíso, loco. Nos dejaron, arruinaron todo. Y acá lo que pasa es que están queriendo venderle la Patagonia a todos los judíos, loco. Esto se sabe hace un montón. Acá todo el mundo lo sabe, está lleno de israelitas, está todo el mundo comprando la tierra. Nadie hace nada y la única gente que pone el pecho es la gente que perdió todo. Acá nos dejaron solos.
This place is crawling with Israelis? Is that true? Another news report from Argentina caught our eye. We seem to learn here that grenades found in the burned up areas of Patagonia are Israeli made.
Even without threats of deportation, we can expect to see fewer Israeli tourists in foreign destinations, given every Israeli citizen of military age is potentially on the hook for committing war crimes, which is why the Israeli government warns its citizens against traveling abroad.
Israel Defense Forces warning soldiers and officers who fought in Gaza to avoid traveling abroad after groups filed complaints against them for alleged war crimes. That is according to a report by Ynet. In 8 cases, soldiers who did travel abroad were immediately told to return over fears that they would be arrested or questioned by the country they were visiting. The soldiers visiting Cyprus, Slovenia, and the Netherlands.
Israel, of course, is desperate to change the narrative, which is why it's flooding the zone with nearly $1 billion worth of propaganda in 2026, up from $200 million last year. This Hasbara is supported by a campaign of online censorship, which has already pressured YouTube into demonetizing thousands of pro-Palestinian channels and deleting more than 700 videos that revealed evidence of Israeli war crimes. Our channel was one of those victims. As a result, the Zionist lobby successfully pressuring YouTube into demonetizing our program 4 months ago. This means our survival is solely dependent on those who kindly support us via Patreon.
All right, so now he's going into other avenues of getting the information out outside of YouTube, because once again they're getting into they main weapon, propaganda machine. But it's too little, too late, man. You know, propaganda at this point, people are hip to propaganda, and propaganda is not going to erase what people are experiencing on a day-to-day basis, because at the end of the day, people can shut the propaganda out. You know, we see all over the world, everywhere these people go, they catching smoke. What propaganda going to do with that? When propaganda has already helped us to see what these people really are. You know, this is not the only video I've seen about Israeli tourists and all of that, and how they really are. Remember, some of them folks came over here, and you see what they had going on over here. Yep, you say they still allow here, like every foul bird. America allowed everything and everybody. That's why scriptures say Babylon gonna fill Babylon up with men, all races, right? It's like Rome, just like ancient Egypt. It's like every other great empire was full of different races of people. All right. But all of them was subject to whatever power was in control. So I don't know, man. You know, I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled. You know, when it comes to that look kind of like Revelations 18 forming, shaping up. You know, because don't America got ties with Israel. You know, so how America gonna abandon them? You know, all these years America been supporting Israel, but every day, y'all, is a day closer. Every day is a day closer to our hope, you know. So in the meantime, I say let's just stay with it. You know, we now in a position to where we can sit back and start just watching the Most High work at this point. You know, I think you know, as far as our plight, you know, we need to start coming together more. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out ways to do that so we can start crying out to the Most High in a more effective way. You know what I mean? But that's, you know, that remains to be worked out. In the meantime, if you in your own prayer closet among your family or whatever you do, you know, use that opportunity. But pray for unity in Israel among our people, true Israel. That's the next step. Us unifying, coming together. You know, the Most High gonna make that happen too. Y'all got any thoughts to close out? Go ahead and shut down.
No, I ain't got nothing. It's been a good one, y'all. Shalom and blessings, y'all.
Yeah.
Shalom and blessings to the family, man. Appreciate everybody for the fellowship, brother. And thank you for inviting me on, man. Georgia. Shalom.
Always. Turbo, you there? You want to close out? I know he has some issues going on. I guess not, man. But in any case, y'all, appreciate y'all. Praise to the Most High. These videos is for us to fellowship and just see what's going on. Stay in the loop. You know, stay sharp in the word. You know, like I say, pray for unity in Israel. Pray for us to come together. Pray for us to start, you know, desiring one another as a people. You know, having that desire for one another instead of, you know, outsourcing and doing other things. You know, have a mindset of I'd rather do without it if I can't get it from my own. You know what I mean? And let's grow on that. I know we still got to survive and we got to do what we got to do, but develop that mindset and pray that the Most High unify us and bring us together. Shout out to the brothers, Kadar once again, Josiah, and all the other brothers, you know, and shalom and blessings to y'all once again. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to both channels, T.I.R. and Resurrecting the Truth. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.